What's up, party people? It's 8 p.m. Cool Wednesday.
You think it's
evening.
cool?
Oh, it's cool.
It's not cool.
It's
We live in Southwest
cool.
Florida. It's hot as balls all the
Like
time.
Chester Cheetah. It's cool. It's cool. It's cool.
Doug's on drugs, like me.
Platy's already here. Says greets. Welcome, Platypus. It is nice to have you aboard. And Nicole is here saying, hey, hey, hey. Hey, hey.
We love
I don't know
Nicole.
how you
She's
say
so
that
sweet.
exactly, but hey. I don't know.
I will tell you guys, we're
what?
having some fits
There's just so much going on
with things in the
and,
world.
Oh my goodness, a hookah Bob's here. We have to act all polite now because a hookah Bob
Hookah Bob's not
is
that kind of guy.
he's
not that
very
kind of
he's
guy.
got a lot of coof. That guy.
Yeah,
Where's the top at?
he is fancy as fuck.
He is.
He gave you a
FF.
tie.
Yeah, I was right. He
Honestly,
did give me a tie.
I think you normally have to go to a strip club to get a tie from a man, or a Catholic school.
Oh.
I don't know what's going on with my hair.
I don't know either, but
I need to throw my mascara on. Can you tell the people about our podcast budget?
Our podcast is weeknights live at 8 p.m. It's interactive. We talk about God knows what. You don't know what you're going to see on a given.
It's called Marital Hate.
It's a little crazy. Last night we had a talking boob puppet show.
They just said hello. How are you? I mean, it's really not that exciting.
It was a puppet show, and I didn't see anybody else's boobs saying shit.
Look,
Jim Henson's wife, her boobs didn't say shit. So welcome to the
I
podcast.
bet behind closed doors, Jim Henson's wife's tits said a lot. Where do you think he got the ideas for the Muppets? Probably her puss. She probably had a big 70s bush and talked with her puss.
She named it Fozzie.
Maybe. You don't know. I glued googly eyes to my parts once.
Yeah.
It was a big hit.
That was.
I mean, it was a boner killer,
It wasn't
but
a
Doug
big
laughed
hit.
hilarious.
It was pretty funny.
Yeah,
So anyways, we do this nightly. A bunch of people come. We call them the haters.
No.
Some are called master haters. Some are called junior haters. Some are called assistant junior haters. It's like an org chart in this bitch.
It's not. None of that is true.
Then listen, I'm making the rules. I'm the man.
We have people. You're a hater. If you're here right now, you're a hater, and we're grateful that you're here because our haters are our motivators. Whether they're like haters that just like people that come to the podcast, or people that are talking shit, because that happens sometimes.
Oh, that happened today.
Boy, did it. In any case, the people that come night after night and make the podcast so special are the master haters. And the master haters are just a group of amazing people, non-judgmental, super supportive, super cool people that we just love to hang out with. Like they're our favorite people on the fucking planet. I love you guys. These other people, maybe they'll be as good as you one day. You should aspire to be a master hater.
Everybody should. I'd take assistant junior.
Assistant to the
assistant to the
regional manager.
Because I just want people to show up and have a good time. So Nicole says yes, exactly like that. Hey, 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 or whatever. I forgot what I said now. And Hookah says he's not here for long. He's got the bike packed for a ride to Gadsden, Alabama, and then on to Glasgow, Kentucky.
Hang on a second. I thought we weren't telling anyone where you were going.
Well, just did. We just did, and he knew we were gonna. So.
I'm looking forward to it.
But it's okay, Hookah Bob. I put a homing device in your bike when you weren't looking, so we know where you are.
We know you when you're sleeping. We know when you're awake. We know when you've been bad or good. So be good for goodness sake. We knew you fell asleep last night, and he's usually up super early in the morning. But yeah, Hookah Bob. But Hookah Bob is like a super respectful guy. Like he wants to respect your marriage. He's like, I don't take women's phone numbers. Give me your phone number, sir.
No, that's it's a good policy. You know, ever since Matt Lauer, can't be too careful.
Yeah, Hookah Bob and Matt Lauer. The same one and the same? I don't think so. Hookah Bob is awesome.
You don't know Hookah
Matt
Bob.
Lauer.
You don't know what Hookah Bob does with those numbers.
I know that Hookah Bob is has been really supportive, so I appreciate that.
He's a
As
good
have
dude.
all these people here. So how was your day today? What did you guys do?
Because we've been working on podcasts.
What?
Nicole says she named her full 70s bush Fuzzy, not Fozzie. So I was saying like Fozzie Bear.
Fozzie Bear. There's Fozzie Bear.
What if it was like that shrimp thing that had like the poof on top and
the shrimp thing that had the poof on top?
Yeah, it was like a prawn or something. It's pretty funny. Or those meep things. The little alien things.
I don't even know what to do with my hair.
Oh, Fatty got his ear pierced today. Oh,
Whoa.
That's that. Did it hurt?
At a piercing place?
Or did you just
go to the mall?
jam a dart in there from the dartboard?
I actually had so I had my ears pierced when I was a little girl. And then I wanted double piercings, and I went and got them done. And my mom found out I got them done, and she was threatened to sue the place. And then I did them myself with a piece of Charisse. I took a piece of frozen Charisse, put it behind my ear, and jabbed it in the earring.
Did you eat the Charisse?
We probably ate it later.
Probably ate it.
Course.
Yeah.
So
Tattoo place, no pain at all.
Yeah, no. I had my
bad.
tongue pierced. It didn't really hurt. Feels like you bit your tongue. Not that bad. It actually closed. I was at a military ball, bored out of my fucking mind, and just like butts in with it. And the fucking thing fell apart.
Fell out. And
He make me sit in a gown and sit with a bunch of fucking boring ass fucking people for several hours.
No,
As a matter, the only problem was my date, who shall remain nameless, was the most boring person at the table. He set the table.
Yeah, you can pick them. Look at me. I'm the most boring one at this table.
Well, that's true. What did you guys do today? I got to tell you, I'm asking them.
Patty came up. Platty came up big though. He's like, I had body modification done today. That's pretty good stuff.
Nicole says, well, talking about what I did today, I got attacked by a dog today that tried to attack the small dog I was walking. Girl, are you
guys? There's no. This is
fuck. Are you okay?
Yeah.
Is the dog okay?
Is everybody all right over
what's
there?
going on? I got to tell you a story. So JoJo, Buxom JoJo,
we like.
We love her. She's over on TikTok.
Yeah,
she's a big TikTok girl. So she'll sometimes come to YouTube, and she didn't like Facebook, but her cat had kittens. One of the kittens is like in respiratory. She gets up at like 2:00 in the morning. One of the kittens is in respiratory distress. So she takes it to the emergency vet. She doesn't have the money to throw at it. She does spend $150 just to get in the door.
Yeah.
And so to give this kitten the antibiotics, it would have been $300.
Ooh.
She didn't have the money. She's there sobbing, and they let the kitten fucking die.
Don't they have to take an oath or something?
She couldn't even she's like, my normal vet would let me do payments on it.
Yeah.
They won't let me do payments on it. The kitten fucking died. Can you imagine? There's a little kitten. A little kitten in your fucking hand, cute little baby kitten. Meow, 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 meow. Just once. I mean, listen, cats can be fucking assholes, but kittens are so cute.
Yeah,
even if you hate cats, kittens. You just watch the poor thing fucking suffer to death.
No,
those people are burning in 9 kinds of hell.
Well,
what?
Apparently, they're a for-profit veterinary clinic that doesn't really care if
but therein lies the point. Well, but here's my point. Okay, first of all, if I had known, and of course I know now, like several hours later, we would have given her some sort of natural remedy for antibiotics for the kitten.
We could have,
but there's a million people out there that would have fucking helped, but it's like 2-3 o'clock in the morning. This poor girl went through this, and I cannot believe anybody, I just can't. They should all be fucking fired. I want to know exactly the name of the hospital. I want to report it to the ASPCA or PETA or some shit like that. Let's get Peter all over.
So we dedicate this podcast to the memory of that kitten.
Yeah,
because that's uncalled for. All right, so Nicole says she's okay. She goes, I'm okay. I got the worst of it. The little dog is okay. I just got some bruises and good scratches all over my arms and chest. That could be kind of sexy though. Little scratchy. No, we're glad you're okay. Seriously. And then Brandy London is here. Hello, Brandy London. My day was rather uneventful. Sometimes those are the best days. Work, clean, cook dinner, and now watching you and chilling on the couch. I think that's the perfect ending to a perfect day of doing all those, chores. But sometimes you need that day. Like today, I was starting to spiral out of control. I was mad at something, and I went and cleaned the kitchen. It made me feel much better.
The t-shirt thing you were mad about? What was it?
I was just I was mad because I'm trying.
Mad at me?
No, I wasn't mad at. I was just mad at stuff because there was something this morning I tried to do and it didn't quite work, and then I was trying to do the YouTube clips and I kept seeing the same 8 people creators, so I can't find anybody new. So anyway, it was but cleaning the kitchen. I'm telling you, I felt like I had accomplished something, because sometimes when you're doing the podcast, you're not getting the feedback you want. Like in my case, I'm also looking for a job. I'm not getting any feedback on that, et cetera, et cetera. Yesterday and Monday were terrifically productive days. Today was not, and I kind of.
But that's the way it goes, right?
Hey,
Here lies the
problem. I got to smooth that out.
Herein lies the problem. We're old. I don't know if you guys know, we're fucking old, especially him.
Yeah, because look at this thing that's happening now. I don't like that. That's not good. Never had this before. Now I have.
I can help you with that. Use the moisturizer I have given you.
I used it today.
Oh, one time. Good job.
And the other day.
So here's my thing. Because we're doing the podcast and we're old and the world is, technology and whatnot.
Yeah.
We're learning new things
Every
all
day.
day, every day.
We're like toddlers up in this
I
bitch.
could not write down the amount of things that we're learning and new things that we're learning every day.
Mm.
Like today, I learned like that the Twitter analytics suck. Oh, and I learned that if you want a demo from Hootsuite, so you can actually buy their product from them, good luck.
I hope an owl gives the demo because he says
that would be cool. But they don't. They're like, you want a demo? Fill out this page. Now fill out this page.
And then they get you all your information.
And then they email you and say, here's a free trial. Right, and I'm like, I don't want a free trial. I want a demo. If I wanted a free trial, I would have clicked on the free trial button.
I learned a lot from free trials and I like them, but sometimes you just want a person to say, look, it'll do this and won't do that.
Well, that's the thing. We need to know if it's going to meet our needs, because when we went into video AI, we thought that was going to meet our needs, and it's been bumpy. But we do love Swabby over there. She's amazing.
It's all good.
Which comments have you gotten? Which ones have you not?
We're going to start with we already read Brandy. Tracy says, happy whatever day it is. Yes, sometimes it feels like that. And then Nicole says, I was told I looked like I had some wild sex. Nope, not me. It's been almost 4 months since I've had any luck at all.
Do you want us to start a GoFundMe so you can get a sex toy?
Yeah, we'll get you something.
We'll do that.
It's either, we could save the kitten or buy Nicole sex toy.
Too late to save the kitten. Too late to save the kitten.
Never too late
to save the. No, the kitten's dead.
And Tracy says, you guys look great. I
look great, girl.
I don't know what screen you're looking at. I look terrible.
You don't look
My wife
terrible.
looks fantastic in her
fern
dress. It's a nice green fern dress. She looks like she blends in with the surroundings.
I didn't shower today. I just brushed my teeth for the first time.
She did. She got a new toothbrush because her old toothbrush broke. Yeah. So look at you.
Yeah, I don't know.
White teeth and whatnot.
I'm tired, and it's we're doing our thing. Brandy, I love that you have our podcast to look forward to at the end of the day, because that sounds like a lot. Like work, cooking, cleaning, like life is a lot.
Life is tough. Life is hard.
Especially as you get old like we are. But I think that we need to be in better shape because we would have more energy to do the things that we want to do. It helps with stress relief. We haven't been doing our breath work. You have gotten back into the sauna despite recently not getting in the sauna.
Yeah.
Here's a question for you.
Yes.
So obviously when Kristen and
I'm
Annika,
not going in there sweating my butt off naked.
You're going to sweat your balls off in front of the boys. But I mean, in front of Kristen and Annika. But when your kids are in town, will you do it then? Maybe you could wear your junk strap.
No, because they're in, it's.
First of all, they sleep till noon, so you could do it and they wouldn't even fucking notice.
Yeah.
Second of
all,
all,
I like to invade their space. That's, when people come to the house, that's their space.
They're invading our space. Fuckers. Love them. Too. We really love them, but they're fuckers. And actually, what are
how are they fuckers? They come over, we have fun. We play cards.
Well, I can't speak to Wes, but I know Nolan's a little fucker.
All right. So Tracy doesn't know what colors are working for you both. So anyway, I got my purple shirt. And then Brandy says, I've been dealing with planning my dad's funeral. Oh, I'm sorry. And estate planning. I'm sorry. He passed unexpectedly on 5/1. So downtime is much love right now. We're sorry about that.
We are so sorry.
That's terrible.
So my parents don't like me. So I can't really speak to the parent experience.
Well, my parents are dead.
But Doug's parents are dead. You can talk.
I've been dead a long time. So
I'm really sorry. That's terrible.
They're not causing me any grief.
They're not, but the funeral stuff, that's really stressful.
Well, grief. They're still causing me grief. I will always have grief, but
I think it's just like but I think that like when you lose a loved one, you learn the importance of planning for your death. And I've got some stuff like that I've talked to you about, but you really should get it all in writing. There's actually a great thing called Good to Go, and it's this chick. She sends you this packet. You can throw like a party where you plan you all get drunk and you plan your funeral.
I saw a new thing where they on like a gravestone or whatever, a marker. There's a QR code. You scan the QR code and it plays a video of the person's life, which I think is fantastic.
Now, put a chip in their brain first to get
no. I'm just saying it's just on the thing, and your loved ones put together like some sort of remembrance video, and you watch it, which I thought was fantastic.
If it was my grandfather's remembrance video, my ex-husband would be in it, and I would not.
Well, that is also true. All right, so Matthew has made it. Welcome back to the show. We love having you, Matthew. Yeah. Even with your sarcasm. No, I'm kidding.
No, we love you. We think you're great. We told Bob. Matthew came last night.
Yeah.
Where the fuck
where were you, Bob?
Did you catch the Titty Puppet Show? Because that was
the Titty Puppet Show was excellent. Cindy is back.
What's up, girl?
With her infection and all. Hope you're doing better today.
Did you get your Mount Orange? You start taking it 3 times a day. It might make you poop a little bit. Doug, it makes Doug poop.
And Hookah says, yeah, Matthew, what's going on? Brandy says, I hear you. We didn't have a great relationship, so I think he cursed me with this. Yeah, that happens too.
Sometimes it happens.
Yeah, that happens. Yeah, I hear you.
it's tough because when you don't have a great relationship with somebody and they die, you can't really like work it out with them. But I will say this. We all do the best we can with the skills that we've had. I fucked my kids up. Doug's fucked his kids up. Everybody watching this podcast who has children has fucked them up. Try to forgive him. Easier said than done. And know that he loved you in the best way he was able to. That's a tough one sometimes, but really, some people are just not able to love their kids. I'm not saying your dad didn't love you or you didn't feel loved, or I don't know. I'm just saying that's my talk for anybody.
But you've gone through quite.
I have.
Yeah. Matthew says, "Dang, Bob was going to drop by Friday morning.
He ain't gonna be home.
And so Brandy wants to do Good to Go, and
Let's
then
do it.
Yeah, you guys could work out.
We could do a Good to Go party.
That's right.
Like,
that's a good idea.
We'll do it. Let's do it.
So Matthew's going to pass Bob on the interstate. Cindy, actually, just kidding. Bye. LOL. Forgot. You have to run to Joanne Fabrics. Get us something. Get us a little gift.
She's like a beautiful crocheter.
Yeah, she does. Matthew, leaving for Legoland SeaWorld tomorrow night. Don't step on any Legos. That's something.
I don't like SeaWorld.
Yeah.
I'm a diver.
And so Brandy says, of course, everything is figure-outable, which I actually like that word.
Yeah.
Can we steal that word? Can we trademark that? And
it's already been used.
Damn it. I was trying to cut Brandy out of the deal.
I will say that if there's any way that we can support you, or if you just need to talk or whatever, I'm here. Like that goes for all the master haters. The regular haters, you can go fuck yourself. Oh, become a master hater. Crazy. No, I'm just kidding.
Join our Master Haters program.
We'll be your friend.
5 easy payments.
No. We don't charge anybody anything. We love to support the people that support us. I'll support anybody, but obviously the people that support us come first. And it's actually been tough lately because the people that watch the podcast night after night are kind of like taking the place of people. Yeah, I was actually thinking that today. We're like, I was actually thinking that today. So we have a couple people in our lives that we love, but they don't watch the pod. And it's like, I don't expect anybody to watch a podcast. It's terrible. 5 nights a week for 2 hours. It's offensive. And
kittens
by the way,
dying.
It's not for everybody.
People get attacked by dogs.
It's not for everybody. It's really not for anyone. You shouldn't be watching. Do you see the warning on the bottom of the screen? It tells you it's not for nice people. It's the argument against the First Amendment, but yet here you are. So you come, you say, you know what, Stacey, I watch, or Doug, whatever. I watch the podcast. It's not for me. But if there's some way I can support you that doesn't involve being associated with your filth, then I'll do it. And you're still our friend. Yeah. Or like I have one friend. She, my little chiropractor friend. Yeah. Always asks how the podcast is going. Always asks. Always checks. Never listens. On me. No, still check. She goes to bed. She'll watch like a half hour of it, but she checks on me and then she goes to bed. She always checks on you. That's fine. But the people that don't watch the podcast, it's like we're trying so hard to make this a thing. The podcast and Doug's album, and if you're not supporting that, it's the most important thing in our lives. And like literally, like we're counting on this to be our career. Then you're not a very good friend. You know what? And then I've got people here night after night. Yes, you went to art school for nothing. We've got you people here night after night, and you're a fucking ball of laughs, and you support us. Well, do you need a kidney? Because you can have both of mine. Because I love you. Yeah, and also, you really don't want them though. Take Doug's; they're better. You can have one. I need the other one. I need the other one to pee. Matthew, have a good time at Legoland. That sounds like I know our neighbors went. They seem to like it a lot. They have itty bitties, so yeah, that sounds all right. Hookah Bob said, new background for the show, a statue of a guy peeing in the pool.
We could get an actual guy.
We could just get Doug to pee in the pool. But this is actually our actual pool. Like we sometimes, and we're going to have to start doing it soon. We do the podcast. Sometimes
we get in there, yeah.
Actually, from the pool. We're going to have to start doing it. It's already getting hot. Actually, the pool's a little low on water. You guys want to see something cool and techie and nerdy? So we have what are called beehive sprinklers.
Beehive.
So we used to have drip irrigation in our garden back home. My friend Zach and I made this whole drip irrigation thing. It was amazing. We made it with PVC. I
diagrammed the whole thing out on the computer.
He did. I don't know that we really needed diagrams.
Yeah, but anyway, you did.
With this app, I connected. I tell it I want it to water for 20 minutes, and you're about to hear. Shh.
It's not going to work. Oh, there it is.
Shh. It's putting water in the pool. Unlike the man peeing there.
Joanne with Jen's Faye, I'm sorry, Joanne. Journey with Jen's Faye, who we call Jen, is fine. She says, hey guys, welcome back, Jen. We like having you. And Matthew says 18, 10, 6, and 2 all boys. I was told even I'll have fun. That That's a good boys.
I don't love
trip.
SeaWorld, but Legoland.
Legoland. For sure.
Legoland. Yeah. Now I also don't think Disney's for kids, but there's that.
Disney is not,
I want to
yeah.
do another product plug. By the way, we're not getting paid for any of these, but this stuff. Time Out.
Show them the label.
Time Out from Amazon. It usually comes with a little trial. Make sure you get the one with the portable trial because you can refill it. This shit is magic for bug sprays, eczema, itching, psoriasis, whatever. And it's all like natural and shit.
So natural. If you want to smell
It's
like
good for eczema, psoriasis, pet rashes, fungus,
pet rashes. Oh, maybe Nicole could have some. She has a pet rash.
poison ivy, cold sores, rosacea, dermatitis, bug bites, and acne.
Thanks. Now we smell like a Italian dinner. Nicole says she will be making the Kindness is Punk decals this weekend. Yes, indeed.
So I will tell
like
you,
that.
we're actually going to put it on. We have it going on a T-shirt and stickers, but our stickers will probably be different than yours.
Yeah, well, we're gonna sign an NDA so we don't.
And I'll buy one from you.
Never mind. My kid is driving for me. I guess I can hang out and listen to the own party, but nonsense.
That seems fair.
Yeah.
You could listen to inappropriate nonsense while you're driving. Probably.
Yeah,
just
but not with the
comment
kid.
along.
No, not with the
I mean,
kid.
you could voice the comment, but then you wouldn't hear things while you voice the comment.
Yeah, but then You
You guys really need to get your priorities straight. Just kidding.
But Cindy is going to be bringing some sort of fabric item into the world, which we like.
Sarah Bird PhD was over on Instagram for a moment there, but I can
Wait,
tell
a
you,
PhD?
pretty hard dick.
I don't think PhDs. Any PhD person watching the show is analyzing us for
commitment
for
case.
for some sort of.
My family probably watched last night's podcast episode and was like, "Here, we'll double doctor them. We'll tell everybody that they're both nuts and we'll hospitalize them." For what purpose? I don't know.
Hospitalize us. Yeah.
Sometimes people, I think, just want to harm others, and I'll never really fucking understand.
Well,
that.
you sent me that thing today about Native people and just kind of. You can't have that. Yeah.
You can't have him. And sometimes I can't have Doug because he's Dougie Downer.
Sometimes I am a downer, like today, but I cleaned the kitchen and I came back up.
So I would love to hear you guys' feedback on Instagram because I didn't really use it before the podcast. I've had a lot of Instagram because I was involved in the beta Instagram stuff. So I've had a lot of Instagram followers. I've started it for the podcast, but I don't really use it. I don't like it. They keep everything. Anytime I talk about anything in my life, they flag it. They're like, this is spam. I'm like,
okay.
Okay.
Yeah, no, that's actually true. Yeah, you like actually happened to you.
Okay, I want to talk about my day.
Yeah.
Like, what am I supposed to put on Instagram? Just out of curiosity. How am I supposed to comment? Like, what are the 5 things I'm allowed to say?
Well, certainly not a picture of that dead cat.
Well, I wouldn't have a picture of the dead cat. Stop talking about the dead cat. Oh, I want to see what the dead cat's name is.
Cindy says her daughter is 20 and I'm her mother. Therefore, she knows all she knows is inappropriate nonsense. It's just being handed down to another generation, which
I appreciate that. Would she like a sticker? Because we have I wanted to address stuff and get to the post office tomorrow, but I'll have to do it. It's going to just move forward. Everything in the week is getting moved forward, and I have to talk to the accountant at some point.
So Jen and Brandy are both losing connection. I hope it's not us. We look like we have our full
bars, but what we could both do is shut off the Wi-Fi on our phones.
We could, yeah. And then Matthew wants us to put dirty pics of roadkill on Instagram, which is funny because I actually in my phone have a picture that we took in Maine
of a porcupine
on the yellow stripe in the middle of the road with blood trickling down into the
here lies the problem,
and that's where we had to turn.
Well, we turned. If you get to the dead porcupine in the road, you have to turn around.
Yeah,
because it was just past it.
Yeah,
we're just after it. It was just right near it.
And then we went off-roading in the Jeep. I looked down out of the Jeep, and like in the ground was a skeleton of some sort of animal, like preserved. And I looked it up, and it was a porcupine. So something about Maine and their porcupine. Maybe they're endangered now because so many were dying up there. So
one thing that might help for you ladies that are having trouble is to go over to YouTube and see if you have better signal there. And by the way, all the people that are over watching on TikTok, we always get a ton of TikTok viewers.
They never comment.
Not TikTok, Twitter.
Yeah.
Twitter. Go over to YouTube or Facebook, mostly YouTube, where you can comment and be part of the show and you'll make friends. Also, we are eligible to go on TikTok and we haven't done it yet. I kind of wanted to just like get in the pool today and like do a little TikTok and see what we could do, but
people seem to do well on the talk.
Well, we're eligible to do it. We just haven't done. Yeah. Journey with Jen's Faves or Jen says, I think it's my service. Well, it's interesting though because Brandy's having the same problem. So who the fuck knows? Where do
Maybe
you
they
think
maybe they like live next to each other and they don't know
Is
each
it a
other, and we're
beautiful
going to
day in your
introduce them.
neighborhood? Cindy's connection's fine on her end, which is baffling because we live in fucking Cape Coral and the town. We've
There's
had
some
more
issues.
internet outages for no fucking reason.
We had somebody call in and cancel our internet service, and they canceled our internet service. We're
I
like,
had to argue with them for 4 hours.
Could you start
and tell
that
them
back up?
We were
that
not
was
moving.
That was your error.
4 hours.
But
We're
no.
not moving. They had to send a guy out, and the guy was a total sexist pig. Remember that?
Oh yeah, it was terrible. Jen says that she's in South Florida, so as are we. So we could just yell, and you could probably
Girl,
hear.
we're
it.
in Cape Coral.
Yeah. The haters blocking the service. No,
They
it's
just want to hate. And we're just gonna masturbate.
well, I don't know. We. Why are you including me in your shenanigans?
You don't want to masturbate?
Not exactly.
Okay.
I would like.
Speaking of masturbating or not masturbating or being a good wife or not being a good wife.
Yeah.
I've had a couple of interesting interactions on the internet
Oh
as of
yes,
recent.
these are very good. Oh, God damn it! Now Cindy's going fucking into Joanne Fabric.
Just put it on speaker so everybody in Joanne's can hear it and see if we get any new followers. Actually,
What's up, Fabric lady?
we have a couple of things that we're gonna do this month. We're doing Pride Month is coming up. So we have a whole thing planned for Pride.
Yeah.
We are pulling it together piece by piece. Here's a hint. Okay.
Hint.
And we have a whole thing we're doing for Pride. And we're also going to do a contest. So obviously we're working on a shoestring budget here. But for now, in the long run, we'll be like buying cruises and shit for you people. Cruises like, Muck Sticky cruises. But in the meantime, we're stringing it together. So what we're going to do this month is we're going to give away 2 T-shirts. We're going to give away 1 T-shirt.
Yeah.
Actually,
it's going to be the wrong size. So
all right, you guys tell me which we're going to do. We're going to do 2 contests.
2 contests.
Yeah, but not concurrent.
Oh, we're on speaker in Joanne Fabrics.
Nice.
Clean up out for.
And Joanne's. Woo.
Hey, do you got any fabric? I need some fabric. Do you have any animal prints?
Do you have any duct tape?
Yarn?
Duct tape for my sex games?
I need some lotion and some tissues.
And a basket. I need a lotion and a basket. Anything else? Are we done yet?
Do you have gas grills here?
I need
My
to go
husband
to the
sent me.
bead aisle. Where is the bead
Oh,
aisle?
I need beads that are in descending order.
Do you have any lubricant? Just keep going at it through Joanne's. Just take us.
Would this styrofoam ball work as a ball gag?
I don't know that a styrofoam ball and a ball. I had a candy ball gag that we got as a wedding gift.
Yeah.
I think that was mostly for Doug. And it was a gobstopper. It was fantastic. It was
Look at
a
that.
treat. I didn't even get through the first layer.
Mm.
You can either blame my
Because what are you gonna do with that thing? Rinse it off? Like when you're done? Like what do you?
yeah.
Like,
Well, that's people say like an everlasting a big
have like a
gobstopper.
little like case.
People
for
don't
it.
eat them in a single setting. They eat it over time.
Yeah.
You put it in like a
Yeah,
little plastic bag or whatever.
Oh, I love those little gobstoppers that come in like.
But this is a big. Well, why don't we just try it on you?
What the thing?
Ball gag. Yeah.
Sure.
I
What
want
am I
you to
gonna
have
do?
your tongue accessible. Thank you.
I
I mean, he doesn't like with a ball gag. He'll just take his tongue so long. He'll just take it and go out his nose with it. Can I have a spray again?
Up and over. Oh, I thought you had it because I was going to use it because my foot is.
Well, you
itchy.
can both use
Yeah,
it.
spray my foot. Spray my foot.
We're just gonna
Yeah,
sit here and
right
spray each other.
Oh my God,
skunk.
we're like covered in bugs bites.
Cindy says, haha, OMG, this is great. You should see us when we're in Joanne's because we actually do that as we walk.
Oh, one time we built a person to sit in the carriage, like a little shopping cart.
Oh yes.
I think it was like
It was like an alien.
like a scarecrow body with the legs, and then we put like a pumpkin because it was like
No,
fall or something.
It was Jim.
No, that was a different time. That was Hobby Lobby. Joanne Fabrics, I think, was the other one where we built. We built. Actually, I think it might have been Christmas Tree Shop. We built a person in the thing, and and so it was. I have a picture of that somewhere. I have a picture of both somewhere.
Well, pull it up because we need pictures for our slideshow. I would also. So if any of you guys are using Instagram and having any luck with it, let us know. And also how you feel about Hootsuite and what other platforms you're using. Let us know, please. What I want to ask you guys. Okay, so we're gonna we're gonna start doing a contest every month, and it's like it's not a big deal, but to get a marital hate T-shirt, like that might be fun. And if you already have a T-shirt and you win another contest, we'll come up with some other swag to give you. Some pajamas, maybe like a hoodie, a ball cap, a visor, perhaps a mouse pad. What kind of swag do you like?
kind of swag. Nobody uses a mouse anymore, I don't think.
That's why I said a
Yeah,
mouse
yeah.
pad. I thought it was funny as shit.
It is pretty funny. Fleece vest. No, like I think
Socks.
See, I never use mugs because I don't drink hot coffee, so I never use a mug.
We use mugs all the time.
We use
the Gator mug though, because we do the sinus bomb, which, by the way, if you write this down, get a pen right now. Ready for it? If you have allergies, a cold, sinuses, or a headache, you want to get the ingredients for this and keep them the fuck on hand. Ready for it? You're going to get the following 4 essential oils from Plant Therapy or doTERRA or Young Living or one of the good companies, because it's going to get in your sinuses. So let's be responsible. So you're going to get oregano, tea tree, peppermint, and lemon. You're going to put 2 drops of each in a mug, and then you're going to pour boiling water over it, and you're going to inhale. It's like you ate the spiciest food you've ever had. It might even make you cough.
Clears you out. It's so good.
Instantly clears you out. And we have never steered you guys wrong. But I will say this. I'm going to sneeze. Speaking of
sinus bombs,
it's like you ate the spiciest food you've ever had.
it's really good.
Like
it's
just clears
it's
you out
crazy.
instantly. So our friend Todd, when we moved to Florida, sent us this little alligator cup. The handle's a tail, which we broke off at one point and glued back on.
We glued back
and
on.
there's an alligator inside the cup. So we only do it in that cup now. And so, of course, the cup stinks like this stuff. It's a very distinctive smell. And you go nose to nose with the alligator when you do it. It's fun.
So Cindy said this is great. She can't find the yarn she needs, which yarn
That's
she
bullshit.
needs.
You know, I'm a very good knitter. I could teach you.
Jen says they sell head on aisle 2. Which that's my favorite aisle. I don't know if you
do you like to pay for head?
I've never done that. Did buy OG once. So Matthew wants the floppy sun hats, like the bucket hats. Yeah, sure. And Tracy uses a mouse. Judging.
Oh, I have a floppy sun hat. It's in the garage.
Bob wants a branded marital hate butt plug.
Oh yeah, no, they're going to be those.
And then
we're going to get some sex toys.
Cindy says Young Living. And then
I use doTERRA.
Tracy puts the sinus bomb.
She wrote it down
right here in the comments.
Thank you, Tracy. We'll leave it up for a minute so everybody can see it. Again, we'll just repeat it one time. 4 essential oils: oregano, tea tree, peppermint, and lemon. 2 drops each. Pour hot water over it and inhale.
Yeah,
get it, girl.
It's so good. All right, so here is
Trace. I'm going to send you one.
The little person we made in the store in the carriage. Hopefully you can see that. We had a giant skull head, a hat with some sort of steampunk hat headband thing. We had sunglasses.
This was at Job
a pillow, yeah, and some shoes.
Is that Zach?
That is Zach.
There.
I actually cropped it so we wouldn't be. But anyways, that was like Stacy's baby that she drove around. It kind of looks like that puppet from that Jeff Dunham guy.
Yeah, the Ahmed the Dead Terrorist.
Probably one of the funniest skits I've ever seen. I could not stop laughing at that.
Tracy, thank you. And she says that is fantastic. Yeah, we don't do anything that's not fucking awesome.
And
we don't hang out with people that aren't fucking awesome. That's why you're here. Okay, so I have many things to go over this evening. So back to the game. So I want to do the following 2 games. Tell me which one to do first. I think one might make more sense than the other. So we want to do a contest where you invite as many people as you can to the page, and we draw names. The person who invites the most people, we draw the names of their friends from a hat, and they each get a t-shirt. And then the other one we were going to do at some point was to do, if you make a vertical video review of Marital Hate, it's got to be less than 3 minutes, that we will, the best one will get like either t-shirt or cash, whatever you prefer.
Cash?
Most people want cash, but cash costs us more money than a t-shirt. So, if you love us, you'll take a t-shirt. If you love us, you'll take a sticker. The stickers are cheap. Yeah. Doug's actually looking at guitar picks right now.
Yeah, I'm going to do guitar picks
like
with a QR code on the back so I can give it to somebody. They can scan it and listen to my album, which actually be kind of cool. I have our other shenanigans at the other store that you were talking about when we went to Hobby Lobby.
Oh my God. Jim and Zach we were hanging out in Hobby Lobby after brunch because we used to go to brunch every Sunday. But I will tell you, Jim just makes me think of this because they're both outdoorsmen.
Yeah.
Apparently EMS, Eastern Mountain Sports, has 20% off for all loyalty members until June 10th.
Look at that.
Double check the date. I saw it in
Get
one
your
of
dad
the groups.
something if you have one.
Oh shit! Who was it? It's one of our friends that has a group. She comes. I think it's what's her name. West Coast. Julie.
Oh, Julie.
I think it's
Yeah, it
Julie.
could
I
be.
think it's Jules.
All right, so Julie, it's Jules. So here's this is one of these fool kids we're walking around with in the store, and he
And it
puts
was
his
so
head-
it looked like an alien. It was
it
the
was
funniest thing.
creepy. It was crazy creepy.
And then we put him in a cart and pushed him around the store.
yeah.
You can
So
tell it's Jim because he's got 2 carabiners.
he's got carabiners, and he's
If anybody's looking for someone to go rock climbing or canoeing with,
So,
Jim
yeah,
went to
Jim's-
college for that
yeah.
shit. True story.
Hugo Bob says he invites a lot of people, but they don't show.
Those bastards.
Well, Matthew showed, so you're good. You're good.
yeah,
You're good.
you can. Courtney. I think Courtney's brought the most people to the podcast.
Courtney brought a bunch, and
Nicole and Randall.
I'm not
and
sure
Of course,
where-
they have all the same friends. So.
I'm not sure where Jen came from. I'm not sure where.
Jen came from social media interaction.
Yeah, and who's the other? Oh,
Matt-
Platty. I don't know how Platty found us.
Platty, social media interaction. That's
Nice.
like I've just like
Nice.
because I just try to interact with as
Yeah.
many creators and encourage as many creators as possible, and we're all blowing each other up. You know how like Adam Sandler in all of his movies he has all the same people.
Yeah,
Which is
there was
awesome.
a bird. I think it was an owl, like right there, like on the corner of the thing.
That's crazy.
Kind of alerted me.
So you know how Adam Sandler has like all
Yeah,
these
yeah, he
people
has
in there
all
and
his
all
friends,
this,
yeah.
that's us.
Yeah,
Ben
that's
Affleck
exactly.
and Matt Damon, Kevin. Oh, look at fucking Kevin Smith.
Yeah.
The same people are in all of Kevin Smith's movies. That's us. We're bringing up the people with us. They're part of the show. We hope to blow it up, and if we blow it up, we're gonna need full-time help. Like we're gonna have like at this point right now, I could easily bring on a full-time person.
Oh, we have
Easily.
so much work going on. It's like
Easily.
to the point today. I'm like, I'm done with the social media. I can't even look at it. I can't even know about it. Like I just had to but it was.
So
but
I did.
It's not. It's. I'm not complaining. By
I
any
did
sense, but-
130 social media comments today alone.
Jeez.
130,
Yeah.
yeah. And I always try to make them relevant. I put a lot of thought into it.
Although I do. There's a couple people I like on YouTube. One is Adam Rose, that guy that like they'll show a clip of something hysterical, and he'll make a face. He's got the glasses and the sweater.
Yeah.
And he'll make that face. And today's I guess the ones that crack me up the most are the ones with babies are doing something. And there was one. This baby had like some sharp object. It was chipping away at the corner of like the plaster in the house.
And they just sat there and
chipping
watched
away.
it.
And then there was
I hope
all
it wasn't
kinds
an
of-
old house and the baby ended up with lead poisoning.
like he also does like some industrial accidents and things like that. And then like if somebody splashes something, they'll go to him and he'll like
Splash
get out of the way
himself.
of a splash. And
Really common. That
they're
people do that.
but he was kind of the originator of that. And there's this other guy, I don't know his name, but I'll share it with you guys at some point. But he's a British guy. He's a younger guy, and he'll show like somebody making something, like putting a wire together and twisting it or something like that. It's like, oh, what's that? And he's so surprised that like when he sees these hacks, he's like, I never thought, I'll have to show you. He's so funny. I'm not doing a good job of explaining, but he is amazing.
I think there's a bird that's been like coming toward us and then leaving.
Yeah, see him back there? I saw him back there.
I see. That is awesome. Rooting for you too. Thanks, Jen. But it's really rooting for
Yeah,
all
everybody.
the community,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
'Cause
yeah.
we're all in it together. I mean, Hookah Bob's a perfect example. Hookah Bob's inviting people to the community. I've got some people I need to follow up with that Hookah Bob recommended to me. It's just been today was the first day that it even slowed down a minute. Like I didn't know what to do with myself, and I was like, "Oh shit!"
No, it's that's the way. You know
Let's
what?
play cribbage.
And
'Cause we've just been straight out. We're gonna
I
get
forget
back
who came up with. Oh, it was one of the things I saw on social media today. It's something about getting in that. When you're in that frenzy, when you're working and you're doing this and you're a parent and you always have something.
Yeah, but
going
we're
on.
not young anymore.
Well, here's the thing. So, like the whole empty nester thing is like you don't have to be running around 14 hours a day, like after this
But
stuff.
we're really not running around. We're just sitting on our computers.
No,
The
I'm
problem
not
is-
saying that. I'm just saying that there, it's sort of like a lot of people like have that issue, the same issue.
Yeah,
when,
of course.
So we're
Every one of these people is fucking exhausted.
but yeah, oh, absolutely, everybody, and they're just making do, and they're
I don't think everybody's just making do. I think that we're all.
I don't know a lot of people that are like crazy. Well, I mean, personally, in their heart, and they're all happy. But I don't know a lot of people that are like thriving financially and really like living large. And
I don't agree with Doug. I know a lot of people that are doing great, and I know, of course, everybody has their everyone has their struggles. There's no amount of money you can have that's going to deal with a fucking illness. I've been sick for 10 fucking years. 10 years. Everybody has their problems. Yes. Do I know people that are doing well? Yes. And yes, we have our problems.
Yeah, but are we happy? Yeah, we're happy because.
But that's the point. I've been sick for 10 years. You don't have a job. We currently have like $1,477 a month coming in. It's my disability. That is it that's currently coming in. We have some savings. We're planning for our future, and we're working so hard on the podcast, but we love doing it because we love being with you guys.
Yeah,
we love hanging out with you guys.
Yeah.
But it doesn't feel like work, but we're exhausted all the time. And so we know we're going to get burnt out if we don't.
Well, you're sick and I'm elderly.
But here's the other thing. So like, despite the fact, and I kind of just like want this to be a lesson for anybody who's like having a bad day or like, you know, their life sucks. Like, yeah, life sucks. Sometimes your life sucks. My friend's fucking kitten was tortured last night to death. Literally. People's fucking lives suck. There's shitty fucking people in the world. It's what you do with that matters. So you can get all pissed off and depressed or be an angry troll on the internet, tell everybody that they're stupid, whatever you want to fucking do, or you can come and have fun. Come hang out with people that want to support you and build you up and help you to be better. And we want you to help us be better so we can be better for you. And we're all blowing up. Okay.
Jen says she works a 12-hour shift 4 days a week and then tried to do the social media stuff on the side. Yeah, it's crazy.
It's a lot.
And that's what I was doing before. I mean, we were doing the podcast.
Helps. We use Canva for scheduling. We're looking at Hootsuite. But we currently use Canva, and it's it enables us to schedule all of our social media a week. Well, we can schedule it a month in advance. Some of it I do have scheduled a month in advance, but we generally schedule it a week in advance. Just bang it all in there and get it on going, because that's the only way to do it. And then we just do our social media interaction during the day. So when you would normally do your, like, if Doug's on Facebook or watching a YouTube video now, I'm like, are you being Doug? I get so mad when you're Doug and you make a good comment.
But here's the thing. The other thing, you send me about 100 TikToks a day, like recipes and things of that nature. So I have to read those too.
I don't send you 100 TikToks a day. I probably send you 10 TikToks a day.
So
10. I haven't sent you a single TikTok today.
Minute and a half a piece.
Okay.
Each end of my day. Just kidding.
You play the stupid games on your phone.
I don't play any
games. You talk to people that bring you down.
No, I talked to a friend today.
I understand that. Today you talked to a friend that I think you should talk to every day because I fucking love George. But you talk to people that bring you down.
You sound like you're a nag. You sound like you're a nag right today. Just like that guy on the internet said today.
Bitch is a nag. A nag. Would you like to hear about it? Here it goes.
We had a little comment.
So
on social media about the wife.
Yeah, because you know.
I thought you screen grabbed. Did you screen grab it?
I don't know if I screen grabbed it. I'm just pulling it up on the website.
Oh.
Present, share screen, YouTube. So I shared a video.
Here's the thing. I'm like 3 times your age. So I should know better.
And so, but he'll listen to the same thing from somebody else. You can actually play it with the audio if you want. And he said, because saying it 100 times is nagging. First of all, I don't say it 100 times. Maybe I will imply that I said it 100 times. Maybe I say it more than Doug would like. But I will tell you that if you respect your wife, you listen to her.
Yeah, maybe I'm just a dumbass.
You are just a dumbass.
Like half listens.
So
think of that.
So I said to Doug, "You got to handle this comment."
Someone else says
and
it once.
so,
oh my god, it's the most
but here's the thing. I'm like 3 times your age. So
I'm like, fuck it. I'm gonna write it as if I'm you. And so I wrote it as if I was Doug, but I did run it by him. Actually, this was nicer than the first version. I think the first version told him to go fuck himself with a chainsaw. But this one said, there are a lot of things you could say about my wife. Nagging isn't on the list. That said, she pushes me to be my best, and I'm grateful for it. I just finished my first album at 58, and it would never have happened without her. And I linked
I give him life advice.
Album, which I wanted to show everybody my...
yeah, we were just about to pull that up. Actually, I was kind of delaying on that because I don't pull it up quite yet.
I won't.
So do you want to let that... You guys, it was advice from your wife. Listen to advice from your wife. Blah blah blah. It wasn't our best clip, but it was a clip.
Yeah.
So the thing that I noticed, and I was talking to Doug about this, is the only people that call their wives nagging wives are men that act like fucking children, and that's something that happens in relationships very commonly. Is that one, like here we have presumably 2 equals in a relationship, but often one person will take the role on of a parent, and the other one will take the role on of a child. Of course. Lately, in the last 10 years ago, or 10 years, 20 years ago, so it seems more that the woman is the mother and the man is the child. And, you know, our responsibility, both people are wrong in this situation.
is to be autonomous and take care of yourself. But if you're taking care of your partner in a mothering way or fathering way, whatever, and they're not bringing to the table, you are enabling them.
It's not a good situation.
And you are harming them, and you are harming your relationship, and you have no right to be bitter. Boundaries, motherfuckers. By the way, last year around this time, I read the Boundaries book. It probably went on a little too long. I shared a lot about it, like as I went through the book, because I found it to be incredibly helpful. It changed my life. I highly recommend it. But setting boundaries with people, if you have resentment toward anyone, you need better boundaries. Life-changing, I promise you.
Yeah.
The book's called Boundaries. It was by Cloud & Townsend. It's got like a Christian spin on it, but you can ignore that, or you can take some of it because some of it was helpful, or you can double down on your Christianity if that's your bag. Whatever you want. Go ahead, Doug. You
so anyway, all right. So I part of promoting my album, whatever. Everybody's like, oh, you need an electronic press kit. So that's a fancy lingo for a website landing page. So I finished it and posted it at douggear.com, and I will.
But there's one change that has to happen.
Yeah, I got to change a couple things. So, but this is so you go here. You've got it's just promoting this stuff. We have live links to Apple, Spotify, Amazon, and YouTube to go right to the album.
Those are all places where you can stream.
Yep. And then so genre, what genre is it? All of the above. This album is like driving a car, blah blah blah, and going through.
It's actually a Doug quote.
Yeah, I quite. I don't know. I don't have any press right now.
Should there be a period at the end of that sentence?
No, that's because it's lingo. So the meet me, right? I have a picture from me in 1981. And then a picture of me from 2004 and a little video down here.
That video should not be there. It disrupts the
I'm going to
move
it. I'll move it. Hey.
Doesn't give it the attention it
You're
deserves.
not my mother. So don't nag me.
Excuse me.
Right, what?
I'm your wife.
Yeah.
And you should respect me. And I'm telling you that it looks like shit.
I don't, you know what? I'm the designer of the family.
If you were my child,
you know, only one of us dropped out of.
Good job,
only
baby.
one of us dropped out of art school.
Hard.
So anyway, so I have my bio here. And then when you come down here, you scroll past the video, you got upcoming shows. I'm not playing anywhere right now, but I probably will at some point. And then, so I was 1 through 10. Here's the tracks: track 1, track 2, Antenna Farm, and these are all the individual artworks that I did for each song.
And can you go to each song from that?
Yeah, and you just click on the image, and
which one does it bring you to?
It takes you to YouTube.
Smart. YouTube pays the most.
Well, it pays the most, and it's free to the user. So that's all my things. And then the album credits, I wrote everything, I played everything, I did the artwork. I'm gonna have some merch. I'm gonna have this nice rock and roll villain T-shirt here.
See, you know what I would change here is instead of the artwork by Doug Gear, the blah 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 by Doug Gear, I would do by dot dot
it's
dot,
a little late now.
The Doug Gear up and down, like you did before.
So and then then my contact information. Anyways, that's just my little thing. So I reached out to a local radio station here, local internet radio station that does that plays local music. They even have a local top 10, like a Hot 100 kind of thing. So I sent it to them. I'm hoping for the best. I picked one song out of it to put in there, and then kind of gave them ideas on what else might fit with their format.
I would tell you that if you're a musician, we would love to support you in any way that we can. Let us know your Spotify or whatever you happen to be on. Doug's on all the music platforms, like we said. And if you have Google Home, you can say, "Hey Google, play Doug Gear songs 1 through 10," and it might play Doug Gear or Arlo Guthrie. I'm not really sure.
Yeah, one of the two.
Or you can say, "Alexa,
still gonna enjoy it.
Alexa, play Doug Gear songs 1 through 10." And I'm sorry if it's playing in your house and annoying you right now, but it's actually a really good album.
It's playing at Joanne Fabrics.
It might be. Well, Joanne Fabrics could probably use a little pep in their step. Although the music I grew up with is now being played at Joanne Fabrics, and I'm having a rough time with that.
That's because you're
And Trace is proud of you. She said that looks great. That's what the kind of thing you're supposed to hear from your fucking asshole brothers. But lo and behold,
well, Tracy's my new
Your new. You don't treat her like a little sister. You do it to Courtney and Christina.
No, she's just Courtney needs some tough love.
I think Courtney's
Tracy needs tenderness.
The woman works her own fucking farm, for fuck's sake, and she homeschools 5 children. She's currently breastfeeding one of them. She's a social media influencer. And she makes her own fucking maxi pads. That bitch is a badass. You should aspire to be as fucking
or she's
awesome
just cheap.
Courtney. She's not cheap, but she is just a super mom and a super person. And everybody, if Courtney's not here, it's because her kids are driving her up and or she's just completely exhausted. So let her know if
we-
you see her. Everybody send a good vibe to court.
We need a sound effect. We need a sound effect because we have new viewer alert.
Shut up,
New viewer alert.
Levi Bugos. Shout out to Levi. What's up,
Levi.
motherfucker?
Yeah.
We're so glad you're here.
And it could be just like as a picture of a dog. So maybe Levi is the dog, or maybe Levi's the guy and the Buggos is the dog. I don't know. Maybe I don't. We're just guessing. Tell us about yourself. Well, we're happy to hear.
We want to know.
We're-
I looked for him on.
We're probably gonna say something completely inappropriate and messed up at some point. And all we know is that Matthew's
shit.
going to Legoland. So
Levi is a musician, if I'm not mistaken.
musician.
Looks like it.
Nice.
He's got music. I don't know. He's got
Yeah.
memes,
He's got
music,
He's got Dad's playlist.
and Dad's playlist.
Nice. I want to hear what your dad is into.
Well, Pumped Up Kicks, Bee Gees, Beach Boys, Mr. Blue Sky,
Yeah,
John Denver, Fleetwood Mac.
Little
Cats
that's
in the
like Dad
Cradles.
music.
Good stuff.
Was that Ballroom Blitz on there? Could be the greatest song ever made. Right there.
I don't know.
Oh
you
no,
guys-
that's Blonde Boys. I
he's
thought it was
got-
Ballroom Blitz. I was all excited.
What is that? A gay band?
I don't know who the Blonde Boys are.
Uh,
Pina Colada song. Very
Oh, we
good.
love the pina colada. So Gary's, yeah, I think you'd like Doug's album, Levi, and I love the name Levi if that's in fact your name.
So
Oh, shit.
Hookah Bob was listening to Doug Greer, not Doug Greer. Yeah. Happens all the time.
Greer.
As long as it's
Actually,
not Greg, they'll call me
We
Greg.
have a friend who calls Doug exclusively not Greg because so many people accidentally call Doug Greg.
Yeah.
And he accidentally called Doug Greg the first time he met him.
Yeah.
But he's my backup husband.
He is. It's this weird
Oh,
backup
actually, it's the whole
husband.
story.
It's a sign-up sheet.
Looks
So
like-
Matthew says he couldn't carry a tune in a bucket, and then but he says he has good taste though. So that's good. Hey, listen
Yeah,
to my
that's not
album.
bad. Yeah, no,
Hopefully you like
listen,
it.
we really like to know what you think.
Add it to your playlist.
Dad's music's a little bit different. The Newsboys he's got in here a few times. Mercy Me, Happy Dance,
Ooh, what is that?
Chris Tomlin. I thought it was a sex thing, but it's stuff.
Look at I was all excited
Fortnite
there for a
slut
second.
Zoe Big Butt number
Oh.
2, ass on knees. Don't threaten me with a good time. Sorry, I'm very itchy.
I think that was one of the titles of this podcast earlier in the
yeah,
week.
early in the season.
Early in the week. Oh, what is that? I don't know what's happening here.
People are into anime porn. Like it's a thing.
I-
It's possible that my kids were actually having the anime porn club over my house.
yeah,
I
you
just
don't
didn't
know.
it.
You don't know. What
I
those
very
kids
well
are
may
up
have to get in the pool. I'm super itchy.
Mm.
I don't know what is happening here.
to. It's fun with animation apparently. But
I-
good on you, Levi. Right there. Look at that.
Mazel
Oh,
tov.
well, wait. It's his dad's playlist.
Oh, look.
So
I'm sorry. I'm just gonna have to play this. It's not something your family made, so I can do this. But y'all need to join me in the fun.
it's it's not
Oh,
unpleasant.
This podcast is fun and
It's
educational.
not unpleasant. It's definitely not oh. I do not know what's happening here. All right, so that English guy would be like, what's this? What's this shit, Catwoman? Oh,
I don't know, but there was some,
latex.
some asses way up in the air, and they were waving them like they just didn't.
Just a,
care.
yeah, it's a rump shaker.
Charlie used to watch anime furry porn.
I don't
know if they're furry if they're anime.
but I don't know. I don't understand.
God damn, no see 'em, motherfuckers.
Yeah, we get bitten by bugs down here in Florida, and the mosquitoes the size of bats, and those seums that you can't see them.
I'm like this close to jumping in the pool. Actually, I might have you grab the clove from the guest bath
Yeah, I could do
because
that.
that'll numb them up.
Not as good as midget porn though.
No.
What
Okay,
is though?
never
What-
mind
all right,
midget
wait,
porn.
all right,
Okay,
hang
so
on,
here-
because she's got a whole thing.
You're gonna go get it.
Yeah, I'll go.
Okay, it's on. I believe it's on the bathroom on the counter in the guest room. Okay, so I like to look up fucked up shit on the internet, and occasionally it's like a hobby for me. Like normal people, like I don't know, watch TV or exercise or like have families or they do things. But I'm not normal, so I look up fucked up shit on the internet. So if there's a list that says, "Do not look up this stuff on the internet," what the fuck do you think I'm gonna do? I'm gonna look it up. And every time, by the way, I was raised in the look it up generation. Like you kids get told to look something up, you're like, "Oh, Google, no problem." No, we had to go grab a fucking encyclopedia, and I'm telling you that the encyclopedias my grandparents had were from like the 1800s. They were handed down to them. My grandfather was born in 1919. Hand me downs. I'm dying. Please put that on my foot. So anyway, from the look it up generation, we were always told to look things up. So whenever I read, no, that's a lot of that. That will burn my skin.
Not burning it.
No, it really will.
Just rub it in.
He
You
just
said
took
put it on your foot.
for you essential oil people out there.
You
Don't
put it on your damn foot.
okay, but Doug just took the clove essential oil and went like this all over my foot.
Yeah, you said put it on your foot.
Yeah, that you don't do that.
How do I know you don't do it? What am I, an oil
Because
tycoon?
I'm explaining to you that it is a hot oil and it will literally burn my skin. Like
I
essential
put it
oils-
on my foot. It's not burning me.
Yeah, but you didn't.
Look at it. It's
Did
all
you
oily.
did you take your foot and shake it over your
Yeah,
foot?
kind of.
You could be very badly burning both of our skin.
Burn baby.
Oh my god. Okay, back to my story. So growing up, anytime I had a question, look it up, look it up, look it up, look it up, look it up. So when something's on the internet and you're like, hey, this is fucked up, you shouldn't look this stuff up. What do you think I'm gonna fucking do? I'm gonna look it the fuck up.
She looks it
So
up.
I look things up, I look things up, I look things up. And when I look things up, I find other things to look up and other things to look up, and it's a whole spiral.
If you were on the
rabbit
pod
hole.
a couple weeks ago, she looked up yeasty buttholes,
It's true.
and
You
she
can
had a
get
whole screen of
Anal
them.
yeast. You
Oh.
can have anal yeast. Just so you know. It's not attractive.
You get that? I'm moving
So
out.
one day where I see one of those lists that says these are things you should not Google, and I looked up, of course, 2 Girls, 1 Cup. I'd seen that.
Is it for
I'd
amateurs?
seen a bunch of other fucking fucked up shit, Blue Waffle, but the thing that has scarred me for life
It's a
that
good
I'm
one.
completely mortified that I watched was the Vern Troyer sex tape.
He played Mini Me on the Austin Powers movie.
It looked like a baby having sex with a grown woman. It
He was-
was so
He was like basically
fucking
just like
creepy.
came up to her stomach and he was going, and it was
so-
messed up. It was
so
by far the
fucking-
most messed up thing
It
I've
was
ever
so
seen.
fucking creepy.
And
2
she
Girls,
Googled
1
some
Cup
crazy
can
stuff.
hold Vern Troyer's beer and his ball sack because that shit was way more fucked up.
It was
I'm telling you, I
Crazy.
would rather personally have a Blue Waffle and participate in 2 Girls, 1 Cup than ever watch that video again. It was absolutely terrible.
you're gonna need some of Hookah Bob's mouthwash.
Bob has mouthwash. What?
Yeah. He had commented
Mm.
that for bug spray, antiseptic mouthwash, he uses the cheap stuff. I thought you had already read it when I was inside. And Tracy says, I'm getting eaten alive by all kinds of bugs. No CMs, mosquitoes, gnats, spiders, ants. I am over it. As well you should be.
Yeah,
You got bit by a brown recluse.
You do. We do. Oh yeah. We do get. What I may have to get in the pool. We do get more of a tolerance to the no-see-em bites, but they're wicked at the beach, and we didn't put bug spray on this time, and we're out.
And Tracy says you can get yeast just about anywhere. Oh, that's something to look forward to in old age.
You have
Then,
it.
then Hookah says, I know a moonshiner that used his wife's anal yeast to make hooch. It called it poonshine. Wow. Let your poon
That's a lot of
shine.
information.
I think he made
Yeah,
that
I
up.
think Hookah Bob. Well, it's possible, but it's also not. I mean, listen. Bobby
Although-
Mack sent us some moonshine from Kentucky,
He did with a whole
and it
list.
kicked you on your
Oh
fucking
my
ass.
goodness, this stuff.
I still have that letter somewhere.
The letter was
Doug had half a shot and he went to sleep for the night.
it was like rocket fuel.
It may have come-
like like when the cartoon when they had birds flying over their heads, like when they got hit by the frying pan or something. That's what it was like.
Okay. And then Trace says, ew. I don't like, listen, given some of the things that I know that people have done to make moonshine or alcohol, particularly in prison,
Remember we did the prison
I'm not
hooch
here to judge.
one time. We looked it up. That
Yeah,
was
I
another
thought
thing
were
we looked up.
Are we going to make it?
How
I
to
thought we
make
should
prison
make it.
hooch or
I
whatever.
thought we should make it. Let's make some prison hooch. See
Uh,
how it goes. Speaking of prison hooch,
It's made with toilet water, oranges.
no shampoo. They use shampoo
Oh.
and
Yeah, we'll drink me some
oranges, and there's a
shampoo.
bunch of stuff. I'll look it up again. But we were watching, dun dun dun, as we have been, The Real Housewives of
Oh
Atlanta.
my goodness, so good.
We're on like season 6 or some shit like that. And by the way, there's like 20 more seasons. We may never finish, which means that we're not going to be able to talk about any other shows. But Housewives is trending, so we might as well talk
Yeah,
about
probably not. Yeah,
it. So they're at this pillow party.
pillow party.
Can you
yeah,
try
I
to,
don't know what a
um,
pillow party is, but
They
it
had
was
Nene had everybody come in their
sort of
pajamas,
horny.
and she wanted to play this guest. Oh, I just saw something. Oh, I see Cindy. She's on Insta.
Cindy's everywhere.
She's everywhere. She's but we see that's the thing. It's Insta. We can't pull your comments up on screen. They would shut us off, those motherfuckers. But anyway, we're glad you're here. What the fuck was I talking about?
Real Housewives.
So they're having this party.
Pillow.
It's a pillow
pillow
party,
time.
and I was gonna look up the moonshine recipe. So, or
Okay, all
you
right.
can look it up, and I can.
No,
tell
it's
the story.
okay. I had some photos that I wanted to share that I
But can you look up the recipe for prison
for
moonshine?
prison
So
wine.
if I'm going to tell the housewife story, you look up
Okay.
the recipe. If you're going to tell the housewife story, I'll look up the recipe.
I didn't know what you were doing.
Looking up a recipe. Okay, so we're watching the housewives. Nene, who you may know from The Apprentice, Glee, and what was it, The Middle or some other show she was on?
Something like that. Yeah.
I don't know what the other show she was on. But she was on another show. And so she is a Spitfire.
So she decides she's going to stir the pot from time to time. She invites everybody over for some pillow talk. And she's got this outfit on. It's not a good look for her. It's like kind of like a boho thing. Like it like very croquette. Like I expect to see it on someone that is not it's a style that people are doing now. It's a whole thing.
Okay. So they had this party.
So she's got this party and she's asking them all these questions. And half the people in the room have fucked other people in the room, but they're now married to other people, and all these people have all kinds of conflicts. And she's just prancing back and forth across this room. And again, it was a cool outfit, but it just wasn't for her. She's such a beautiful woman. I would have liked to see her in something more flattering as she strut back and forth like Hitler, but like asking people questions, just trying to stir the pot. So at some point it gets fucking violent. It gets, I don't even remember what happened. The one, Kenya got out of her seat the guy grabbed her, like physically grabbed, some dude grabbed her. And then she was getting up to confront his wife. And so then this other guy jumps in to break up the fight. And then this other guy tries to break up their fight. And one guy, I don't know how Apollo got involved, but he just starts punching the guy that was trying to protect what's her name. He had nothing to do with the fight. And he's just fucking pounding on him like crazy. Mind you, he had recently gotten out of prison like 2-3 years ago. Like it looked like a prison flashback, like that he was experiencing in that moment. Like he was not in control of himself at all. And so I don't know what the whole story of it all is, but the guy, his name is Lawrence, the one that he hit repeatedly. Apparently he broke his ribs. So we haven't seen the end of this season yet. And it's been over for like 5 years. So we're waiting to find out if he presses charges, because broken ribs is an automatic felony in the state of Atlanta. So he would go to prison.
State of Georgia.
Georgia. We're waiting to see what's going to happen with Phaedra and all of it. And we heard Nene's coming back. We don't know. And of course, Housewives in New Jersey. Holy fuck. Melissa and Joe go on the Gorgas. You know, the ones that are feuding with Teresa and her.
Right. Yeah, the brother.
So there's these brothers and sisters. You know, watch the show. There's the table flipper, and then there's her brother. They came on the show later. She didn't want him on the show. I don't think she likes the wife. I think that like sometimes if brothers and sisters are too close,
they don't want
later on in life,
fucking the brother.
Then later on in life, it's hard for them to accept a woman in that person's life, and vice versa. And I think that that's the case with the Gorgas, as it were. So Joe is married to this woman, Melissa. So they were on some daytime talk show. I think it was Sherry Shepherd. Did Sherry Shepherd have a talk show?
Yeah, probably.
Honestly, I wasn't really paying attention. But she was asking, and Melissa was answering all the questions about whether they would be friends with Teresa again or not. It's like, that's her sister. And like, I have some opinions about the way Doug's brothers treat him, but like, I'm just going to sit there and be like, and let him say what he has to say. And then I'm going to go on my turn.
I'm going to have a pillow party.
We have a pillow party. Can we have it with your brothers? Because I'd like to prance back and forth like Nene in a bad outfit.
I think they sleep in the raw. Anyways, we have a special visit here tonight by Courtney.
Hi, beautiful. And Douglas. Court, you got to go back about a half hour. I went on a tirade
about
what a badass bitch you are.
Oh yeah, you were a badass bitch. Yeah. And
you got two clip videos out already. You might get a third. We're your fan club,
which is good. So Prison Hooch, also known as Pruno, that's not an appealing name. Is made from an improvised alcoholic beverage made from apples, oranges, fruit cocktail, fruit juices, hard candy, sugar.
No, that's terrible, because that's not an actual recipe. I've given you an actual recipe. The actual recipe had ketchup in it, because you have to have the items that are readily available in prison. And what proportions? How are you going to make that? How much? Seriously, how are you going to make that?
You're on fire tonight.
I just want to know how to make it.
I didn't even get to the good ingredients. Crumbled bread. How to make your own prison wine. After that tirade. All right, Cindy's back. Y'all need to go live on TikTok. Yes, we're working on it. We're nearing.
It's just a matter of actually sitting down to do it. God damn you bugs.
No, that's my wife. The first step is to peel your oranges and toss them in a bag along with the fruit cocktail. You want to mash up the oranges as much as you can. Add 6 ounces of water to the bag. Next step is to seal the bag nice and tight. Put it in your sink and heat it with hot running water for 15 minutes. After that, you're going to want to wrap your bag in a towel. Keep it nice and warm for the fermentation process for the next 48 hours. You better not, I hope they don't have lockdown or what do they call that?
Yeah,
when
lockdown.
They check your
Cell checks. Room checks.
Yeah.
Checks. They usually just say checks.
So after
Inspection.
48 hours are up, you need to check on your bag of mashed up fruit. Does it smell completely disgusting? It looked like it's about to explode. That means it's working. You will add sugar and 6 teaspoons of ketchup to speed up the fermentation process.
Ketchup.
Jarvis recipe
High
calls for
fructose
40 to 60 sugar cubes. That is a lot. The more sugar you use, the higher the alcohol content in your wine will be. At one point, this person who was writing this added 60 of them. Then you seal the bag back up and put it under running hot water for 30 minutes. There, short days after the kitchen, you will have your very own prison wine. All you will need to do in the final 72-hour span is to open the bag once a day to let the gases out, then seal it back up, run it under hot water for 15 minutes. That's why there's no hot water in prisons, people.
Well,
they were all using the hot water to make the
15
wine.
minutes of like.
I don't
time
think they
alone?
have Apple Watches in their cell. I don't know how they're,
Well,
checking
there's
the
clocks
time.
everywhere, and I think a lot of people have watches.
I don't know if they do.
In any case, I did want to talk about this. There's a new trend called croquet, and people are doing this as like a style.
Oh, like
Not like croquet the game, though. I'm
oh,
probably
the
spelling it wrong.
style looks like put a TTE. It's just another T. There you go.
So it's like
It looks like late 1800s French Impressionism.
so it's
garb.
very pink. I would say Victorian, no? So it's very pink, bows, pearls, very girly. I know Bunny XO, Jelly Roll's wife has been rocking croquette for quite some time. But it's all very pink and white and very girly, and it's the thing apparently. So now you learn something. Now you can be in style. Could you imagine me being like that?
Indeed. So Matthew chimes in. It sounds like the worst headache ever tomorrow. Yeah, I mean, I don't know how much
Sugar is so bad
sugar,
for you. Like,
alcohol, ketchup,
isn't there some
bread.
sort of? I mean, vodka's bad enough. Can you make some like rum or
Yeah,
something? How do
maybe
you make rum?
get something.
How do you make rum? Let's go
Courtney
to
says, "Oh,
rum.
I love you guys.
I love you.
Look at that.
We love you.
I missed y'all. It's been crazy over here. It sounds it. I'm glad you take a few minutes to yourself and share in this nonsense. You don't get hot water in prison, so that doesn't work. Apparently, I don't know how they do it. That's wild. They don't get hot water, but they're live
Cindy,
on
have you
TikTok.
been to prison? Would you like to tell us more about that?
That was Courtney.
We have friends that are no.
Cindy. That
You
was
don't-
Court. That was Court. Oh, Cindy.
Cindy.
Yeah. Maybe Cindy knows something about.
Have you
being in
been?
the
I want to know. I have friends that have been to prison.
You-
They've been to
you do-
men's prison. I have
You
3
do
friends.
say that you are misbehaved,
How many
Cindy.
friends do we have that have been to prison? 3 or 4?
So,
Well, 5.
I know of 1, 2.
See, this
I
is
think
what
that's
happens
it.
all these times. I can't tell you names unless they like want to come on here and be like, "Hey,
Nah,
I was in
yeah,
prison
yeah.
last week."
Yeah.
You know of at least 3.
Oh, Cindy was a corrections officer. It's where she broke her foot putting it up someone's ass.
Girl, you're gonna use that check to get a new Jeep because cha-ching. Okay, 82 people watching tonight. Nothing better to
It's
do.
not so
What the
bad.
fuck is wrong
Yeah,
with
yeah.
you people?
But we'll take it. We'll take it.
So
We enjoy having you.
So yeah, we have a lot we're going to talk about in terms of hashtags. I know Doug's got some events too, so I'm just going to run through them real quick. Marital hate, that's us.
Marital hate.
Woohoo! If you could like, share, follow, subscribe.
Visit.
We're trying to figure out what kind of game to do this month. It's either going to be make a video reviewing marital hate, or invite your friends to marital hate, or whatever game you guys think is a good idea. Let us know, and we'll give away a prize at the end of the month. It won't be anything fancy. Probably a T-shirt or cash. But
Matthew says he's only been to juvie.
oh, hey, there's nothing wrong with that. Everybody makes mistakes. I have one friend
He stole a Hellcat.
I had one friend
Charger,
that did
Challenger.
over 25 years. I have one friend that did 6 years. I have a friend that did a month in county, although I have not talked to him since he did his time.
That's right.
And
lost his
I know more than a few
Stacy
people. I have a
privileges.
cousin that did. I have 2 cousins.
Oh,
2 cousins did time. Yeah. Unfortunately, one of them did not make it. The other one, I think, is doing better. Cindy says.
she says, I wish didn't file workers' comp. I'm a dumbass, but they took care of me for the first year, transferred me to another department, which is where I'm at until I can, if I can't go back.
You should consult with an attorney, even though you didn't file.
How much is the shirt? Is a shirt? Are you talking about the shirt on my website?
So we haven't
we
haven't
haven't-
listed them yet. We're researching.
We're getting there. We're getting there.
Hopefully by the end of the week. But here's the beauty of giving a T-shirt away at the end of the month. We have all month to figure out the
Well, I
T-shirt.
don't know if he wants my rock and roll villain shirt or does he want a marital hate shirt or both.
Either one. We
if you really loved us, Matthew, you would want both.
Actually, and in the light of Muck Sticky, I think we need to get pajamas, and I'd like to get a pair of pajamas for Muck Sticky. I think he'd appreciate that.
Marital hate.
Yeah, with our logos and flamingos.
And we still have a flamingo. We can present him with a flamingo and the flamingo pants. He said both. He wants both. Cindy disowned a sibling who did many years in prison, have zero contact with that POS. I'm sorry about that.
So I have a different perspective. I think we have to set boundaries with people, but I think everybody makes mistakes, and I don't know. You do what you want to do.
Some people are just
right,
pieces of
but
shit.
I would encourage you to maybe baby step towards seeing if he's gotten his life together, or saying, you know what, I can't have you in my life right now, but I want you to know I think of you and I hope things are well for you. I hope things are good. I believe that you can turn your life around, whatever, because you could send that message at a moment where that person's about to take a drug that makes them overdose. You never know. Like, you do something positive for someone, you never know what it's going to do. I used to try really hard with my kids, and my kids don't talk to me. And I used to try really hard with my kids, and it got to the point where it was just like heartbreaking for me. And I made a decision that I'm not going to do it anymore. But I always try to make a point of like, listen, I tried. The door is open, and like in some ways, I feel like this podcast is like my way of like, because I'll always, anytime they come up, like I would love to have my daughters back in my life,
You always
but
say that.
obviously, like there was some not great stuff, and we have things to work on, but I love my daughters and I would want them to be a part of my life. And maybe you just put that into the universe that you hope that he's doing better, and wouldn't it be lovely if he was doing better?
Well, it's a she, because she says I already gave her many chances and will never allow her back in my life.
I'm
Well,
sorry.
sometimes you got to do that, right? I mean, you
but
have
listen,
some things that you've
listen,
moved on from.
I have people in my life that I don't talk to, yes. But if those people came to me and were genuinely like sorry or wanted to talk about whatever it was that was bothering me, I would be open to that. And that's even like the people, I mean, listen, I've had some pretty fucking terrible things happen to me. So there are people that would be very difficult to forgive. But like, for example, I know a lot of people who are in, different programs for addiction. And so a lot of people make mistakes when they're using that they shouldn't make, or maybe they are making mistakes because they're not in a good mental health place, whatever reason people fuck up. But if somebody comes to me and they're genuinely sorry, I'm going to take that into consideration, of course. Right. And I want to forgive people. The problem that I've had until I read the Boundaries book, which really helped me, was that I will tolerate way too much from people, because I'll always be like, oh, like, what were their intention? Like, they're a good person, or they're having a bad day, or I would like make an excuse for their behavior. And sometimes their behavior, there could be a reasonable explanation for it, and it's just not worth it to me to fight about it. But what would happen, like more often than not, I'm like, oh, that's not that. If it's a big deal, I'm going to talk to you about it. If it's not a big deal, like, it takes a lot to make me mad. But normally what it is what I realized last year when I made some big changes in my life was that I had the same people over and over and over and over repeating the same patterns where they were just a shitty friend. And I just stopped calling them. And look at that.
Well, we learned
they were never my friends.
We did learn about like the inner circle and the energy and people that you're giving energy to and not giving energy back.
Exactly.
And cutting those people out.
Well, and you and I are both incredibly, not to be all like charismatic, but
we're fantastic.
We're quite charismatic
people.
here at Marital Hate.
Why do we use those voices? I don't know. And that's not a charismatic voice. The charismatic Frenchman is a very charismatic friendship for everyone.
Friendship.
Yes.
We're not like that, but I think like I don't know. I think that because we have fun, we can have fun in an insurance seminar, both separately or together or with other people. I've actually done it. So like we'll meet somebody and not even notice how much they suck. So like you guys, like the ones that are here night after night, fucked up on this fucked up podcast or fucked up people, I'm going to assume you're fucked up. You're our people. We like you. At least you're fucking interesting. And so yeah,
Like, most
listen,
people just like keep scrolling. Like
that's true. Nice normal.
You
They heed the warning at the bottom
that's
of the
right,
screen.
they do.
By the way, we are at some point going to get a warning on the beginning of the podcast, and we're going to be naming the master haters in the
closing credits.
And that means if you have a business you would like to trend, we will do that. Tracy needs to really do some improvement of master haters. I don't know who's
We need to get her a gavel so she can like.
and Anne's going to
read
do
the
something.
moments.
I don't know what she's doing, but
So-
Anne, tell us what you plan to do.
That's right. So Cindy says that she keeps her circle very small. I have many acquaintances and meet new people regularly, but I always keep my circle small. Been burnt by shit people too many times.
Girl, I hear you, but I want you to know right now, there's 86 people watching this podcast.
Yeah.
And I'm going to assume that they're all fucking awesome. Some of them are shy, but the ones over here, they're not shy.
All those people over
They
there
love
in
you.
the comment section.
They're awesome people. And listen, we may not all see the
They might
world
be
the same
weird
way.
as fuck, but they're for the most part, these
Well-
people are upstanding people that will go the distance for you.
Well, I will say that the thing that everybody here seems to have in common is that they're not judgmental, that they're kind, and they have a fucking sense of humor. Listen, those three
Gotta have a sense of
qualities
humor.
alone, I'll take that because you're doing better than 99% of the population.
Because life is tough, and if you don't have that sense of humor, you're gonna
I
end
can't
up
believe it's already
you know,
fucking
you're gonna
9:16.
end up being all kinds of mad.
You're gonna be miserable. You want to be miserable? I know people with all the money in the world, perfectly healthy, who are fucking miserable. Miserable.
And then they have to go buy themselves a
Happiness is a choice.
Birkin bag.
Do you know that
to
they
make
actually-
themselves feel better?
Do you know that I had my first economics professor was Bangladeshi,
Oh,
and at the time Bangladesh was the poorest country in the world, and the United States was the richest.
probably still
country in
is.
the world.
It's got to be close.
I think that we've dropped quite a bit, but I could be wrong.
Well, no, I meant about Bangladesh.
Oh,
It's
Bangladesh.
never,
Yeah,
never
they've got
doing
it.
well.
It's not. It's a rough place to live. They studied happiness around the world, and they found that despite the fact that the United States is the richest country in the world at the time, and Bangladesh was the poorest country in the world at the time, that the happiest people in the world were from Bangladesh. So it's just about appreciating what you have.
Well, every you have to.
Gratitude, motherfuckers.
Everything is relative, right? Like, our society values like the worst parts of the human condition.
Some
right?
of our society does, but I don't.
Some
think,
of them.
but
do,
I
yeah,
don't think
for
the
sure.
people that are here do.
No,
I think
not-
that
no,
these
no.
people, like, obviously, like, they could be doing anything else right now, and they choose to come here.
But
and
the
be part of an
but the
interesting
majority of
conversation.
people, like, what do they want? The nice shiny car. They want the biggest diamond. They want the hottest new clothes.
Some
They
people
want
are like
the
that, but
best
I
sneakers,
would
best
argue.
golf clubs.
But see, I think that that's the idea that they want to give you on television, especially when
Yeah.
you're watching a fucking bullshit
But
show
a lot,
like the goddamn
of people
Housewives.
buy into that,
And a lot of people buy
90%
into it, but
people,
I
yeah.
don't believe that the people
No,
here
not
are the
these
people that
people.
buy
These
into
people
that.
are good.
And maybe
They
they
ride
did once.
dirt bikes.
Hey, listen, I used to get all excited about a Coach bag, like a fucking idiot. I don't know why, but you know.
Well, I like things of quality. Don't get me
I
wrong.
know,
I
that's
like
why you
things.
married me.
Well, it's like a limousine. And I will say that. Well, Cindy says
What, like it's stretched? I'm just saying that's rude. I tell people nice things about your
it
penis.
was a line from Prince's Little Red Corvette. You must be a limousine. We're genuine fucking people are my kind of people. Well, you came to the right place because we're just that's the cookie cutter what we were made from. Hookah Bob says he was miserable until he met me.
Aw,
That's very nice of
I
you,
love
Bob.
you, bud.
And I hope I've upheld that sort
I'm
of
looking forward to
lofty,
hanging out with
thing.
Hookah Bob on the 29th. I'm looking
Oh, it's
forward
gonna
to
be a good
talking
time.
to him about partnering together and how we can help him. And I'm looking forward to meeting Mrs. Hookah Bob. And I'm also
Did you
looking,
tell him that we're gonna have a marital hate party at Christmas and he's got to dress as Santa?
he would totally do that.
He
A.
probably would.
B,
Hookah Santa.
I want to go on a road trip with
Yeah.
Hookah Bob
Oh,
to
yeah,
tour
yeah.
your album because he's got an RV and I wouldn't have to do all the driving. The problem is he's got cats and I'm allergic to cats.
So
and you're
all right,
allergic to cats.
yeah, but we could
could
take
we
some
shave
some-
your pussy? I shave mine. Can we shave yours? I'll do both.
There you have it, Bob. I was gonna just take some Loratadine or whatever that stuff is.
Oh,
What is
dude,
the-
no, I would die. There's no way. I would be sick for a month if there was a cat anywhere in sight.
So Cindy says happiness is definitely a choice. I absolutely choose happiness and good vibes. Anything less isn't my kind. However, we all want to have our moments of blah. Oh, for sure. For sure. And then Matthew says, leave me out, prick. I think that's
Oh, you wanna come?
I think that Hookah Bob was like saying because he knows Hookah Bob, and Hookah Bob didn't mention anything about Matthew adding to his happiness, which
Yeah.
I'm sure was just a
No,
a
I
typo,
think-
Matthew.
So like, listen, I don't want to speak for Hookah Bob, but Hookah Bob was having a bad day, and we trying to turn things around for him. And I think we're really excited to work with him, and we're just trying to pull ourselves together. Today we worked on the website a little bit. We're starting down that path. And as soon as we have some direction on the website, we should be starting with our e-commerce partners, t-shirts, bongs, sex toys, drugs, whatever.
JoJo finally made it. She's hiding in her greenhouse.
Hey, girl.
Trying to
Oh,
she
okay.
pulled the plants around her
girl,
so nobody can see her.
Sorry, I don't have Doug's phone. What is your cat's name? Because we dedicated this episode to.
Oh yeah, the
to
dead
your
cat.
pussy.
We're not happy
Stop saying
about
dead
that.
cat.
What am I supposed to say? The kitten
The
who expired, and
stop, she doesn't want to hear that.
I'm trying to make it better.
Oh, let's talk about your dead parents instead. It's less upsetting because time.
No, we felt terrible about that.
No, I told
thing, and
everybody the story. We want to write to PETA and the
Say,
ASPCA.
look.
Can we get the name of the clinic? Fuck those motherfuckers right down on the ground. That's what I want to do.
Wow.
It's
a little
so
that escalated quickly.
make a YouTube video, a TikTok video of it, and we'll make that shit go viral. I guarantee you, I can have that viral by the end of the day. Tell them what happened. Let's tell your story. And
She knows a lot about viruses.
yeah. So Jojo, what I wanted to ask you is, what was the kitten's name? I made it finally. Yeah. So she didn't tell me the name of the kitten, but I want to know its name. We dedicated this episode. She said
He had no name. Called it Fuzzy. Just like Jim Henson's wife's.
That's really fucking
that's
weird.
That's a little weird.
You need to watch the beginning of the podcast. We were talking about Jim Henson's wife's pussy and what it was
that
called.
was all furry, and they called it, and she called it Fuzzy.
Doug said Fozzie. Nicole said Fuzzy. It's so weird
And
how
it's
we're
very
all
strange.
connected.
It's all
Everything's coming
kismet.
together.
What it
It's
is.
a little bit freaking me out. I'm not going to lie to you, but I'm also on copious amounts of marijuana. Granddaddy Purple Kush, motherfuckers. What do you got?
Teresa said LMAO stretched.
I wonder how much of a lag there is.
It seemed like, I don't know how it gets to Tic Tac, Georgia, but it's
It
then,
does.
she's heading home from seeing the kitten. Oh, the kitty, that
wait,
kitty.
Why is your kitten? Why is your kitten not at your home?
I think it's their the new people that moved down there with the shit on fire in the lawn.
I
I think it was their cat.
No, I think it's her cat. Whose kitten is it?
I think
It's Gracie Lou Freebush. Do you know where that name is from?
Probably. Oh, there's our little friend over there. He just popped his head out. We have a gecko that lives on this wall over here that we face, and he comes out at night.
Gracie Lou Freebush was
That I'm
Miss
saying.
Rhode Island in Miss Congeniality.
Oh, I was
And
gonna say
they
it.
asked her what her favorite date was, and she was like April 20th because it's not too warm and it's not cool, and a light sweater will do, or something.
What's their last name? What was the girl's last name?
Freebush?
Freebush. I believe Marianne from Gilligan's Island was something like that. So Courtney asked if anyone needs some extra kids. We have 6. You have 6.
I will take all of them.
You gonna take all of them?
I can't do it. I wish I could. If I had the energy, oh my god, girl! If I had the energy, I would just fly up to give you a break.
Yeah, she would. She's done
I
it
would.
before.
I've done it for Darcy a million
She's
times.
done it. No, Gracie Lou Freebush was Sandra Bullock's name in the movie. And then, of course, and then Courtney says she's kidding, but Lord, I'm ready for a day to be over. Yeah, it's some when those kids go to bed, and then you pick up all the toys, and then you kind of collapse, which is good. Oh, geez, now she doesn't believe you, Tracy. She's looking it up.
It's not that I don't believe you, but
Gracie Lou Freebush was the daughter on It's a Wonderful Life. That I just made up. Gracie, look at Gracie Hart.
she was Gracie Hart. But Gracie Lou Freebush, I think
That was her married name. She doesn't believe you. She's got to check it.
I really don't. It really was. But here it said, you're right, Tracy. But it said that her name was Gracie Hart. Did she change it?
She might have changed it to
Who knows?
maybe she was a fan of that show in the 80s, Heart to Heart.
So the other chick, they just called her Rhode Island. Cheryl, Rhode Island.
As played by Heather.
I
Page.
kind of wish you see now if I had known that, because I really liked that character. I thought she was sweet. Didn't you think she was sweet?
I never saw that movie.
You've never seen Miss
Because
Congeniality?
I'm a guy. I'm not going to see a movie called Miss Congeniality.
I think everybody saw Miss. It's a chick flick. But I
Oh,
think
she
everybody
says that
thought
was her code name.
that was her code name?
Because look, she was like an undercover, as due to the concealed carry holster on her upper thigh for the pageants. Yeah.
How can you not like Sandra Bullock?
I don't not like her. I just never saw this goddamn movie.
She hasn't done any celebrity shit that freaks me the fuck out that I know of, but maybe she has.
She seems all right.
Honestly, I just don't want to know.
Yeah.
I just don't. Can you just people just stay home? But herein lies the problem. This is like the bitch of it. I hate when celebrities or musicians like make a political stance because it's like, can you just be an actor? Can you just be like a? But I respect that they want to have integrity and stand up for what they believe in, but they run the risk of isolating half their audience. But most of them are stupid anyway. But then here we are. We have a podcast. I express opinions. Many are unpopular, but it's kind of our job, right? Like our job is to talk about current events, talk about life with y'all, and to say fucked up shit. Because if we didn't, you would be watching something normal right now, like the new normal.
You'd be watching
like
the Golden Bachelor,
NBC, or the Golden Bachelor, or you could be watching paint dry. You could be playing golf.
See, you know what? I
knitting.
think people watch this show to see if we're gonna like really like if we actually have marital hate or something. Like I'm wondering if there's
We got
like
into it last night, and I have a topic tonight that's probably gonna get dug all wrong. I would like you to just let me say what I have to say, and
Sure.
if you must comment,
Sure.
you may. And I would like one rebut.
Okay. So Jojo says, haha, I like how educational this podcast is. It's news to me. Jim Hens's wife called her Lucy Fuzzy.
We made that up.
We totally made that
we
up.
make things up all the time. Something,
But it could have happened. We don't know.
You just have to like guess.
But
You
she
have to
learns
guess.
valuable information, even if it's made up by me.
You have to guess whether we're joking or serious. Somebody the other day,
Oh, we usually tell people.
we had said we wished our kids. My friend down the street, Jen, her kid kept reading the subtitles over her shoulder. The kid's 6 years old.
Yeah,
reading the
she's
subtitles.
watching this podcast,
And,
as people love to
and
do.
so she can't watch the fucking thing because the kid reads over her shoulder. And so she goes, so what does she say? She says,
I can't watch now.
I said, I wish your kid was stupider.
Yeah.
And so it was a short clip that we made. It went up on YouTube, and somebody's, how could you wish someone's child was stupider? Stupider's not a word. It's more stupid. I'm like, dude, it's a fucking joke. A fucking joke. It's a comedy podcast. Like, do you really think anybody would actually say that? The only person that would be dumb enough to believe that somebody would actually say that is someone who would actually
have
say that.
stupider kids.
As something so stupid as to say, I don't know how to take a joke. Jokes are hard.
Jojo says, I'm going to say my friends Doug and Stacey told me that. Yeah, you can lay all the blame on,
Yeah,
on
we
me.
blame-
Leave my
You
wife
know what
out
we
of it.
do? You can go however you want. You want to blame us, that's fine. You want me to sign something? I'll sign something. But what we do is we like to blame things on the Bible. So we tell people everything is in Ecclesiastes.
Everything.
Everything.
In Ecclesiastes.
It's in Ecclesiastes.
Even the Old Testament's in Ecclesiastes, which I believe is in the New Testament.
And by the way,
I don't even know how many testaments there are, but I know there's testaments.
And by the way, many, if not most of these little Bible thumpers know a few quotes of scripture. You just make shit up and throw it right back at them.
Because they're not going to know the entire Bible. It's too complex. It's like knowing all the Shakespeare quotes. Nobody knows all the Shakespeare quotes.
Listen, we're spiritual people, and listen, whatever your religion is, like we respect what you believe in, but we also mock you because we mock ourselves. We mock everybody. If we haven't offended you, it's just because we don't like you.
Do you?
The more we like you, the more we pick on you.
But don't pretend to be better than someone.
Where the fuck does Tracy live?
Tic Tac, Georgia.
Oh, Tic Tac, Georgia.
Yeah, orange Tic Tac.
You can't pretend to be better than anyone when you're from Tic Tac, Georgia.
Tic Tac, Georgia.
And when you moved, your mother-in-law moved into our house, and the people had all their shit left over. They just put it on the lawn and set it on fire. Welcome to the South, fuckers.
Cheryl Fraser was Miss Rhode Island. She was
the actress.
She was very small.
She's the actress, yes.
Because it's a small state.
I pulled it up on IMDb.
Miss Wyoming was kind of big.
Murphy Brown was in that. Not Candace Owens.
Candace Bergen.
That would have been a different film if Candace Owens was.
I can't keep these new people straight. Candace Owens
is a black conservative.
She's a black conservative.
She just basically she just recently got confirmed as a Catholic. Who knew?
Good luck with that.
Yeah. Worked out.
I'm sorry if you're Catholic and
didn't work out for all those boys.
I'm just making.
Well, it's actually
of
funny.
Everything.
There's many things.
It's what I do.
There's things on my list pertaining to the Catholics.
All right.
I would like anybody. So we're spiritual. We go to the Center for Spiritual Living, although we haven't been really going. But honestly, like, it seems like we're doing our own church here night after night, and then of course
Put
we're supposed to
your
help the
hands
church.
against the screen, and I will take your sin and roll it in my palms.
The funny
throw it away.
The funny thing is, we're supposed to help our church with the marketing. The people that do the dirty podcast, the fucked up podcast for fucked up people.
We're gonna sneak a link in there
And
next to the Wednesday prayer circle.
And
join us tonight at 8.
We're supposed to help them with their marketing. We have a meeting with them on Saturday. We will see what's what.
So
but
many
they really need engagement, and we can't do it. A, because we're not qualified to do it for a church, or we're still figuring out ourselves, and also we don't have the time. I can teach them.
I'm going to suggest that they try and get people in by offering free Kool-Aid.
That would be hilarious. It would be like the most. That would be the best marketing.
That would go viral.
We'll go viral.
That would go
in
goddamn
5
viral.
minutes.
You see, this is why I should creative direct the world, because I have these ideas that are just so crazy that they just might work.
You have to laugh at yourself. Come for the Kool-Aid and stay for the meditation. Like
stay for the salvation.
So that was a brilliant idea. I hope you will remember that, because I'm not going to remember it.
You're welcome.
So spirituality, that's part of what we talk about. Weed. I am on
the weed.
Granddaddy Purple Kush. I'm going to try to remind you guys which strain I'm on each and every night.
Oh yeah.
Actually,
we can have like a little guess the strain.
Yeah. So
we should have a Sesame Street like format now that we're talking about Jim Henson.
I could give you guys an option. You can guess which strain I'm on.
Today's broadcast is brought to you by Granddaddy Purple Kush.
Oh my God. Yes, I'm over 21. Okay, so Granddaddy Purple Kush, I have it as a cannabis oil extract, full extract cannabis oil, Rick Simpson oil. It's,
whatever.
Comes in a syringe. It's very sticky.
This is sign language for sticky.
I
you
take
just made that up.
It might even be the sign language for sticky. It's I take like a half a grain of rice every night. Sometimes a grain of rice, depends on how the night is, but tonight half a grain of rice at 7 o'clock on the dot. It's just kind of full on hitting me now. So with when you take it orally or under your tongue like I do, it hits different. Like, so it'll be in your system right away, and like maybe I'll be a little bit chatty, but then it gets to the part when it's getting processed by your liver, and wow, it's you feel it everywhere. So there you go. So Granddaddy Purple Kush was popularized in 2003 by Ken Estes,
who is a grandfather.
It's a cross of Menudo Purps, skunk, and Afghanistan. California staple inherits this complex grape and berry aroma from Mendo Purps of Afghanistan parent. White skunk passes for oversized blah 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 bud stroker. Float to a dreamy buzz. These are written like fucking poetry, but I don't have the patience to read poetry.
It's like those people in the recipes.
What I want to tell you is that it's pulled off the shelf for consumers looking to combat pain, stress, insomnia, appetite loss, and muscle spasms.
Oh.
It blesses growers with massive yields, which are ready for harvest following a 60-day flowering time indoors. I think I'm going to grow something in my aero garden.
Here, cooch.
So it makes you sleepy, makes you hungry, relaxed, dry mouth, dry eyes. My mouth and eyes are fine.
Our eyes are messed up.
Dizzy. I do get some dizzy from it sometimes, but I'm also dizzy all the time anyway, so it's hard to say. It's got great purple and sweet flavors, and so I got it from 40% say it helps with stress, 34% say it helps with pain, and 33% say it helps with anxiety. It helps with sleep. In my opinion, probably one of the greatest strains on the market.
You like that one? Yeah.
I really do. I think it's
used to like Northern Lights.
I like I still like Northern Lights. Northern Lights though is when you want to be in a coma. Like that shit just knocks you the fuck out.
What's the one that used to make you crazy horny? I like that
Free
one.
Leonard.
Free Leonard.
Free Leonard.
I like Leonard. He's good.
Free Leonard. You touch me and I'm going to come. There's a swift breeze. I'm going to come. I mean, I get off pretty easily normally, and then of course add to it the fact that I'm on cannabis. But
add to that your husband's an expert lover.
Good job.
Friendship for everyone. Hookah Bob says, do you know the meaning of the different strains like sativa and indica?
Yes, sativa, you can get shit done. It's uplifting, but some people find it gives them anxiety. Indica, in the couch, because you ain't getting out. So I like to do a little hybrid action. That said, in this house, what we call a hand job is a salad toss with a blowjob.
I don't know. It's a hybrid. I don't know where that came from, but
it wasn't a salad toss. It was a finger in the butt and a blowjob.
I'm not sure what it was. I don't know what it was, but we used to do something.
It's partially hand job, partially blow job,
Oh my god!
partially butt stimulation in some way, shape, or
And it was some sort of, and I think because it was a hybrid of many things.
form. Yeah, exactly.
I don't know. You don't
Um,
remember what it was. It was a long time ago.
I will
folks.
tell you that
Before
supposedly
we were married.
you can get a deal and a half on a Jeep Wrangler hybrid, the little baby Jeep.
Yeah.
they got leases now for cheap. But you can only put like 5 miles on them a week. They're like, yeah, you can drive.
Oh yeah, the lease.
you
Yeah,
drive
it's
to
not
the
good.
neighbor's house. That's about it. But we don't
Oh.
really go. I mean, we don't leave the house all week, and then all of a
Well,
sudden we go.
what
to
we
Santa
would
Barbara.
want a new vehicle for is to go like longer places.
Well, that's where a hybrid would come in handy.
Yeah.
Well, and if we would like to have an RV and be able to travel and tow a baby Jeep. We could get if we had a big RV, we could pull my Jeep, but we don't want to have a big RV. And then of course the Jeep can only pull like 3,500 pounds. So the only thing you can do is like a what do you call it? Like an R pod or something small.
Oh yeah,
Very
one of those
light.
little fiberglass jobbies. I looked at
The
one of those.
barefoots.
One of those things came up today.
They don't even have their
fiberglass.
they don't have air conditioning duct in. It's like an air conditioning unit.
It's like a unit. Yes.
It's not good. But they probably use it to
Well,
keep the
it's
cost
so
down.
small. It's probably the size of this table.
But it still adds a tremendous amount of weight and it takes
does.
up a lot of space.
They do.
So we got
Matthew
spirituality.
drives a Prius.
Good for you.
That was I when I saw that, I think we were talking about the hybrids.
Yeah.
And I think that's when that came up.
Well, would you rather get a hand job, blow job, finger
In a
in the
Prius?
butt combo or a Prius? And let me ask you this, Bob, I feel like you were setting up for a joke there and I killed it. So what are the different meanings of
Yeah.
strains like sativa and indica if you were leading
There's
up to a
probably
joke?
some saying.
And he said, ooh, ask Bob about his Prius and exercise his blood pressure. Exercise is always good. Doug has decided not to exercise. Instead, he goes in the sauna.
Yeah, I go in a sauna. I
And
sweat out 100 years of angst.
Well, there you go.
Hey,
Do you work on your YouTubes while you're in there?
I did today. Friendship for everyone.
Okay, so back to our hashings and taggings. Dark humor, clearly. Juggalo.
Whoop, whoop. You
I
don't
don't
even
even
know.
know.
You don't even know.
Any case, your family, you ninjas.
Ninjas.
And if you want to show us your butthole, just email it to us at maritalhate@gmail.com. And then, of course,
I'm sick of Courtney's empty promises. That's all I'm
sure
saying.
she told us she was going to send us a picture of her flamingo, and she has not.
No, nothing.
Has not.
Nothing.
Although she and
I check the mail every day. I go out to the
Jesus.
mailbox. Nothing.
no butthole pictures.
No Polaroids.
It's rough. Natural health. Well, yeah, that's a thing I'm
Yeah,
into.
we've been talking
we already
about-
talked about that tonight.
Yeah.
Dark humor gets fucked up. Bill's Mafia.
Go
Go,
Bills.
Bills. Lyme. I have it. It's Lyme Disease Awareness Month. Don't trust the test.
Okay,
Less
the-
than 50% accurate.
The gecko is on the wall
Where?
above the box with the pool supplies in it. Oh, he just ran down.
I just saw him run away. He doesn't
He's
like
very. Geckos are not. They're very.
Fucking
yeah.
people find chameleons down here.
Oh, I would
chameleon.
love to find a
my
chameleon. But
fucking
our
mind.
geckos, they run really fast and they're really, really timid. Some of the other lizards will just look at you funny.
Oh yeah, our anoles don't give a fuck.
Yeah, I don't care.
A lot of the iguanas are aggressive too.
Iguanas will bite you.
They found a big monitor the other day too.
Oh, there's up in Northport. I think I showed it on the pod.
So let's
Big
see if
one.
I can remember everything I looked up online. So streaming, that's what we're doing. Swingers, we are not,
We're
but
not
we
swingers,
we
but
are.
Knock yourself
Listen,
out,
we're
guys.
non-judgmental, and we want people to feel welcome. And that's actually another thing. We always hashtag the LGBTQs. Where the fuck did that go? Did the LGBTQs disappear? Oh no, there it is. We're big supporters of the gay community. Some of our favorite listeners, including the madam of the Master House. She's
The madam.
She's an OG lesbian. She was a
She
lesbian
gay.
before they even had scissors. Are you laughing? In
Before they
any
had
case,
scissors.
yeah, she goes back to the days of muff. What do we call the week back when lesbians were called rug munchers? Now what do you call them? Beavers? Hardwood floor munchers? Liquid vinyl? What do they call it? Not liquid vinyl. LV. Why do they call it LV flooring? Is it liquid
Deli
vinyl?
ham enthusiasts.
Whatever you want. Whatever you want. Whatever you want. Donut bumpers. Whatever you want to be. We love you. You be what you want to be. We love and accept you the way you are. We can come up with a bunch of gays.
We'll pray
offensive
for you
terms
at
to call
church
the-
on Saturday.
Call the gays. We actually, our son is going for a haircut. Doug told him actual text message. Let me
I
read
don't know.
this about-
Read it to you. It's very funny.
actual text message with our son.
This is how I support my son.
my stepson, Doug's son. Which one is that? That's not fuckers.
No.
Jerk face jerks.
Jerk face jerks. Well, Hookah Bob thought it was funny. What the fuck, Doug Dillingham? Did you ever cut a hand sandwich in half and have thoughts?
My friends at high school and I are going to New Hampshire tomorrow, and I have a haircut today.
Yeah. Have a
So
haircut
I
today.
figured I'd just stay in Walpole anyway. So that's awesome. And Doug says, I hope your haircut isn't too gay, LOL.
I hope it isn't too gay.
And I said, I hope his haircut is super gay. In fact, I wish you would let me make your hair gay because the gay guys have good hair.
They do. Yeah, they have
I'd
good
like to
hair.
take the top
They're in
sides
shape.
shorter, give him a little length on the top.
I got my
He can
length.
run
I
his
got your
fingers
length
through
right
his
here,
hair.
lady. And Matthew says Arby's because we were talking about the deli hand.
Let me
They
tell
got the
you.
meats.
Let me tell you, I think you have a motorcycle. Take a ride down to Naples.
Oh.
Let's meet up. We'll get
He's
Kelly's
talking
roast
about
beef.
vaginas and deli meat.
I
and
understand
Arby's
that,
meat.
but if we're going to talk about Arby's has shit meat.
Oh, there's one. I
Go-
think there's one in Sarasota.
Okay.
Kelly's.
Is there a Kelly's?
Yeah. I think I read that today. as a matter of fact.
Kelly's roast beef.
Kelly's
is
roast
the
beef.
shit.
It's a Boston, like legendary Boston thing,
Get a
and now there's so
three-way.
many
You
Boston
want a three-way?
folks down here. Yeah, you can get yourself a roast beef sandwich that to beat the band,
They even have gluten-free buns.
but don't get those.
I got to tell you though, the service at Naples was not good the first time we went. Has it gotten any better?
Yeah, it got a little better. Yeah, this next time.
That
I
lady
think they-
was like,
Yeah, she was out to lunch.
I felt like I was watching the president while I was watching this woman take our order. I was like, were you raised in Pennsylvania
It's
by
called Strand.
Jews or Puerto Ricans? I can't remember. Did you invent cholera?
Kelly's, not Shelley's.
Kelly's roast beef.
Kelly's roast beef. I don't know where. I thought
it's still loading.
Matthew was up there somewhere, up in that direction.
I don't
so.
know. The page is still loading, and I don't know why it's taking so
Home
fucking
of the
long.
original three-way. So
That's
you
all
get
want.
beef.
The original host.
You get beef, barbecue sauce, and cheese, and maybe a
Owls
little
are
bit
out
of
again.
mayonnaise. It's so good.
I think I just got bit on the face.
Oh.
Massachusetts, Florida. University Park. I don't know where that is.
I'm sorry, my all caps was on. I didn't mean to yell at you.
Pasadena, Naples,
Naples.
Fort Myers.
Coming soon.
Is it open yet? And then Parrish and Naples. If fucking Fort Myers is open, no, coming soon. God damn
Where
it.
is Parish? Where is that?
I don't know.
Well, you could click on it. Parish, Creekside Commons.
Where the fuck is Parrish?
It's coming soon.
But we don't know where that is, and
We
they
don't
don't have
either.
one yet. And then they don't. We
There's
don't
another one in Naples. coming
another
soon.
one coming in Gateway in Naples. Yeah, they must be killing her. No, I think. Oh yeah,
Oh, maybe that Naples one was.
that's the one we go to.
That's the one we go to. Yeah.
Founders Square.
Founders Square. Yeah. No, it's.
And they're hiring. If
so
anybody's
good.
looking for a job in Naples, but I don't imagine they pay super well. They might pay well because they're a Massachusetts.
This one in
company.
Worcester now. Click on that. Oh, it's coming
Coming
soon.
soon.
The
They're
Gold
really
Star
expanding.
Boulevard. Gold Star
telling you.
Boulevard used to have the sandwich shops.
They have all kinds of
Telling
good
you.
shit on the menu, and I'm sure it's all fine. And actually, next time we go, I want to get a cup of chowder. But
Cuppa.
the three-way. Get the
It's
three-way.
so good. It is so.
I didn't
good.
think I liked roast beef. Get the three-way. I like the.
They almost give you too much roast beef to bun. Like I'm all about the
agree with you.
ratios.
I think that the small is the way to go, but get two smalls, and you can get it with a gluten-free bun.
Oh, now we have to go there.
But it's not because of the it's because of the amount, like the sauce. The sauce is
yeah.
the
You
component.
want a good.
And
Yeah.
you just get too meaty, and you feel like you're just eating a big hunk of beef. Whereas when you have it's just perfect.
Well, the other thing is that the inside can kind of get cold because the outside has been heat
But they
treated.
toast the bun. It's nice.
Oh, it's so nice.
Okay. So
So
also
how did we get on that tangent? Oh, because of vaginas look like roast
Yeah.
beef sandwich.
so Pride is coming up. We have some special surprises. We haven't
We do.
decided what games we're going to play yet, but we want to play some games with you guys. There'll be games to promote the podcast where
and to
somebody
win
gets a
things.
prize.
Yeah.
We'll do one a month. We'll try to make the prizes better and better. One day, maybe we'll give away a car, like a 2009 Volvo with a
No,
190,000.
hey. Or a crappy Jeep that hardly runs. So it's all about the
Can't do that
ratios.
to
Yeah.
them.
So all right, so the ratios, this is very important. When you have an Oreo, right? You have the right amount of filling to cookie. And then they go and fuck it up with the double stuff. We don't need this gluttony.
There he is.
Don't even point at him. He'll run
knows what
away.
we're talking about.
So, and also when you have things like Lucky Charms, proper ratio of non-charms to marshmallows. Everything's got a ratio. Everything has the perfect ratio. Get the Big Mac, for instance.
I have the perfect
2
ratio.
all beef patties. There's not enough bread. What do? Put that non-topped bread piece in the middle.
That's on the Big Mac,
Yeah, and the Big Mac.
not the Whopper.
It's no, fuck the Big Mac. No, we're talking rap lyrics. Anyway, so yeah, ratios are very, very important.
Okay.
And Reese cups, the Reese cup,
I can't even talk about it. It makes me
the
sad.
perfect, like, not to mention that the perfect ratio of sugar to peanut butter. Then you also have the amount of chocolate to peanut butter. So that's why you can't eat the middle. If you eat the middle, the ratios are all off. You have to eat it in unison with that nice thicker outside chunk of chocolate.
So I want to tell everybody a little secret. This is a good one.
Secret coming. Secret time.
So obviously the center of a Reese's peanut butter cup is not it's not whatever. What do you call it?
Center.
The center of a Reese's peanut butter cup is not it's not just peanut butter. It's got something mixed in with it. So I don't know if this is the recipe for that or not, but I will tell you it tastes very similar. And you make Play-Doh for it, edible Play-Doh with it for kids. You take peanut butter and powdered milk and you mix them up.
Why are we not spreading that all over your titties?
We could do that if
We can make a
we
third
gotta
titty for
we
the
gotta-
middle. I'll just
I do have a nipple on my butt, so there's that. No, we'd have to do it with almond butter though, because
yeah, right. Yeah, we don't want to.
If you're having any health issues, I would severely suggest, especially if you're having gut issues, cut out peanuts and gluten and take glutathione for like a month and see if it helps.
These people are all perfectly healthy. Like, just
Sure.
nobody needs any.
Who
Although,
else
if
is-
Matthew wants to make sure that he's nice and regular before he goes to Legoland and has to shit in a Lego toilet, actually that'd be kind of cool.
Eat a
Do they
couple-
have Lego toilets at Legoland?
Do you have ice cream?
I made ice cream today, folks, at the request of my wife. She's like, if you love me, you'd make ice cream. I'm okay. I'm going to make some ice cream. So we came up with Almond Joy ice cream, chocolate ice cream. And then I made
In a coconut milk base.
in a coconut milk base. And then I took the shredded coconut we had, mixed it with a little evaporated milk and crushed up almonds and made
Oh, you
like
did do the
and
evaporated milk.
made it like a little slurry where they were all, it was like really nice. I poured that in as the stuff's going around.
We're gonna have some after the pod.
It's going to be good.
We're thinking about doing a little cookbook.
Cookbook. Yeah.
Wouldn't that be fun? That'd be
Things
fun if we did a little
things
cookbook.
Stacy eats when she's high.
Yeah, things to feed. I feed my wife when she's high.
So Bob agrees about the ratios. Tracy agrees about the ratios. She says nice, and then Bob says perfectly healthy. Ha ha ha.
Well, we do use coconut sugar, organic milk, and organic cream. So it's a little sweet, but less of a glycemic spike than some other things. And the almonds are really good for you.
Almonds are good.
And we use unsweetened coconut.
Talk dirty to me, yummy Almond Joy ice cream. Yeah, if it's good.
The sweetened condensed milk is probably the worst part of that.
The worst part, like from a sugar standpoint.
I think so. Wait.
Well, yeah, probably. But we'll let you know. It's raw almonds from Trader Joe's, organic. We're good. The all the other stuff was organic except for the coconut was not. And the
Cow's milk from which the water has been removed is most often found with sugar added in the form of sweetened condensed milk.
So it's got some sugar in it, and there was coconut and sugar.
So we should see if we can get it without sugar added.
So Matthew's saying full of aftermarket parts. You hot rod. Was there aftermarket parts on Hookah Bob's Prius? Because we knew a guy that would order cars off of like CarMax or something, and they deliver them to you, and they let you take them out for a test drive, and he would take parts off them and swap out with cheaper parts, and then return the car. And he's did not so well in prison. So,
So you can get unsweetened condensed milk and it dates
all right,
back.
where are you going? We're in the middle of a.
I know. My feet are so fucking itchy.
Her feet are itchy, guys. She's so dedicated to this podcast, but yet when her feet get itchy,
No, Doug,
The
you don't
itch gets
understand. You know
running.
how it gets? I'll get
No,
it
I
from
understand.
fucking head to toe.
look at that. Look at her over there. standing there. Good thing we have
At
a.
least I kept my shirt on tonight.
Oh yeah, well she did. Last night she was letting the titties fly and letting the tickies top. So Matthew's talking about a Hookah Bob, and I did remember that Hookah Bob had the pacemaker, but he's just living large. He's like RoboCop. Hookah Bob. It's great. Great idea too. You mentioned prison. Yeah, no, he actually, it was not good. He could have got away with it, but he did a bunch of other crazy crap. So don't. Yeah.
I will tell you, the pool feels like pee.
The pool is 90 degrees, folks.
Not heated, 90 degrees. This is when people go in their pool. Ugh.
I actually we got the delivery of some stuff the other day. I had dry ice, and so I threw the dry ice in the pool, and it just turned it into this bubbling cauldron of steam. It was awesome. I don't know if it lowers the.
Did you save that video? Because you could put it on TikTok and say, "I don't know what's wrong with my pool," and 8 million people will comment.
I believe I still have it. Yes.
Okay, so sweetened.
So we know
milk
everything
is
about
available.
condensed milk that we need to know.
No, but there's like a whole thing about fucking Marco Polo and condensed milk, like. Marco
Polo discovered condensed milk.
According to the writings of Marco Polo, 13th century, the tartars, I don't know what the fuck they're called. I'm not historically accurate, and this is fucking Wikipedia, for fuck's sake.
In Boston, we say the tatas.
We were able to. Marco Polo reported that 10 pounds of milk was
milk
carried
paste
by milk each man, who would subsequently mix the product with water. However, this probably refers to the soft tartar curd, which could be made to a drink by diluting it, and therefore refers to fermented, not fresh milk concentrate.
Interesting.
Blah blah. And Nicholas Appert in 1820. Gail Borden in the United States in 1853. So you see the Borden cow with the
the
flowers.
cow. Yeah.
So there's all kinds of things that happen with it. If you really want to know, you can actually go on Wikipedia and look up sweetened condensed milk for yourself.
See, here's the thing:
people.
We're saving these people's fingers from actually typing into Google about condensed milk, and then taking the worry away from reading the article and retaining that information, because you'll just hear it from us.
So these people, like my friends, are the fucking coolest people on the fucking planet. However, people like to ask me questions that I'm just going to Google.
Right, you just Google and tell them, and then they think you're the smartest person ever.
Google and read and Google and read, but a lot of people don't know how to do Googling. Do you guys want us to teach you how to Google? By the way, if you have people in your life, I got to show you. This is so cool.
I will read Matthew's comment because it's kind of funny. Lucky me, rental companies don't usually check how much rubber is on the tires when I rent a car. Hey, can I have that Hellcat rental over there? Can I? Because I'd like to do some donuts. Thank you.
Well, I know a lot of people will rent a car, take the tires off, and put their old tires on.
Oh,
I don't think we can get away with that with the Jeep, just because the tires are not in the best shape. Anyway,
it's a lot of work.
What was I pulling up?
So it's a whole lot of. Do you do that, Matthew? Because I was thinking more like you go around and do burnouts and stuff. Do skinny cows give condensed milk? Buka, you're my kind of humor right there. That's good stuff right there.
God.
What about chocolate milk? Where's that come from?
What are you doing to my pussy? Fucking Hookah Bob. What? I can't get it from both ends.
The whole neighborhood.
Y'all are drying me out.
I'll just use some condensed milk.
Okay.
On the.
By the way, I saw a video today on the internet that was about fisting, and I have no idea how any of my videos have ever gotten fucking pulled. I'm putting all the risque.
Oh, that's right. You did play that for me, and we get stuff pulled all the time from our questionable podcast.
Christy said, so
I got all of them
perfectly. Oh, you got all of them? We're up to date? Okay, cool. So I'm going to come, you hear about the No, I Don't Steal?
Yeah, Bob's, no. Yeah. I just do burnouts because they're not my tires. Yeah, even though that's the only way that I would do a burnout.
Oh my God, people telling me to do burnouts in my Jeep. I'm like, they're $600 a tire. Are you crazy? Okay, so Google search. This website is called Let Me Google That For You. So say you have friends who ask you stupid questions, or a partner or children that ask you stupid questions. What you can do is say you want to know about evaporated milk, because, big thing.
It's exciting.
You can say
original content, folks.
Google search.
Yeah.
And so it's done it. So you're going to give them this link. So you can copy the URL and it'll say the full thing, or you want to shorten it so they can't see the full length of it.
Yeah.
And so when you send it to them, they put it in the search bar. This is what they get.
That's
shit. Well, that's good because I didn't do it right.
I don't know what you're doing.
Shorten.
GR private. Now you have to copy it.
Oh,
Now you
sorry,
gotta
guys.
put
I
it
put
in.
the wrong thing in.
I like that little guy fishing though.
He's cute. Look at this. It's so fucking funny.
And it moves your cursor.
It does everything. It makes it look like it's Googling it for you. So anytime somebody asks
And
you
it's
a
like that old
completely
school
stupid
Google logo.
yeah.
Yeah.
Anytime somebody asks you a completely fucking stupid question, you can do that to them and it'll Google it for them. So you just hit search here and it'll actually pull it up. Oh, something's going on.
Uh-oh.
It used to be a really cool website. I don't know if it works anymore though. You might have to fuck with it.
So Jojo has this comment. I thought black women had chocolate booby milk when I was a kid.
We were just talking about that yesterday. Phaedra from the Real Housewives of
That's right.
Atlanta kept referring to her chocolate milk for her baby.
It was hysterical.
She's hilarious.
She is
If you want to
hysterical.
call it chocolate milk, call it chocolate
Yeah,
milk.
whatever.
It's just making my husband to become more and more obsessed
Yeah.
with the black
I like
women.
that. I love black
He
women.
loves y'all.
Hey,
I
I think they're
love y'all.
beautiful. I
Y'all
think they're
queens.
beautiful. One of these years I'll be able to stay watching. Courtney, maybe we should we should go get Courtney a gift card to care.com and have a nanny come over every once in a while.
We don't have any money, but maybe.
And the dog is back.
Maybe we could get one of the master haters to go over and give her a break. The more the podcast grows, the more people we know, the more likely we get somebody to come over and watch or euthanize your children. Oh God, we shouldn't even joke about that. That's terrible. I'm
What's
sorry,
that? What did you say?
Don't just ignore me.
Oh,
I'm a terrible person.
Just don't listen to her.
Okay. Bill's Bill, and also, by the way, the more the podcast grows, we can be like, hey, our longtime viewer and friend, Jojo, her cat's at the vet, and blah blah blah, and we could raise that money in a fucking snap.
Yeah, if we get tapped into the Bills Mafia.
When we think about all the great things that we can do with this podcast, when you think about all the great things that we can do with this podcast, it's just could be such an amazing thing. And I know, I sound like I'm like, oh, we're so fun, we're wonderful, but I it's not us, it's you guys. It's the community of everybody coming together. If we could do that, if we could do that, it would make the world a better place for you, me, for our kids. Maybe we can defeat the evil that lives. What is Court says?
She says, my friend Regina, she's a beautiful black woman. And after I had my oldest, she teased the heck out of me saying my baby would much prefer her chocolate milk.
Did you read the comment before that? One
Yes,
of these years I'll be able to stay watching. Girl, you need earbuds. Just get one little earbud. You can get cheap ones.
Because Regina was her favorite. At least that's what Regina said. Yeah, well, that happens. You know, you know.
Dark humor, we do that. So jokes about,
Well,
giving chocolate milk to your baby.
We're humoring about Regina.
Bill's Mafia, go Bills. We already did that. But Florida Man, ADD, we have it. Southwest Florida, we're from it. Massachusetts is actually trending, which is okay. So this I'm reading the wrong night's ones. Massachusetts is trending.
That was the other night.
The reason Massachusetts
we're back, folks.
Massachusetts is trending is because Massachusetts is getting electric buses. Oh, for schools.
Nice.
So they're excited about that. But
I hope they have snow tires.
I'm sure that's not every town. Maybe, I don't know, but they're getting some. And then there's also, apparently, they took an abandoned office building at Seaport in Boston, which Seaport's ritzy, and they've turned it into a migrant camp, and people are not happy.
Well, Seaport, even since
bougie.
I worked down there, and there was almost nothing there, and then they started building and building and building and charging a fortune for it. And it's actually probably the nicest part of the city because it's new, because they reclaimed some land from the ocean and they built things on stilts and things like that. So they started putting nightlife down there. They put restaurants, all this crazy stuff, and a hotel, and the World Trade Center is down there.
I don't like the city, but I'd probably live in Seaport. It's so beautiful.
Seaport is nice. And so
I live in Seaport or on Newbury. I would need a driver.
And so I watch the thing, but the best thing about Seaport is that in the rest of Boston, the sidewalks are shit because they're all cobblestones from the 1700s.
I know, but the cobblestones are awesome.
Oh, they are awesome. But then down there you have actual sidewalks and stroll around.
But I will tell you this: if you're in Seaport, you better use a crosswalk and you better yield to pedestrians. I've gotten pulled over because a 6-lane wide road. On the way to the Children's Museum, I saw some idiot between two cars coming on the crosswalk. The cop made me cry. So that's that story. Florida Man, that's you, Muck Sticky. What can we say? We love the man. We're obsessed. He inspires us. He
10
will
albums in the same
inspire
day. I
you.
think that's tomorrow, right?
Tomorrow, 10 albums in the same day come out. We think today's the 30th. No, 2 more days.
2 more days.
Last day of the month, he releases 10 albums at the same time, setting a Guinness Book World Record. I love the man. He's so beautiful. Don't you love him? Listen to his music. Like, it's funny and you can't help but dance to it. And yeah, he has a lot of talk about sex and drugs. He also has a children's album. Something for everybody. Look, Sticky. Charles Brown's on.
Charles Brown's on.
He's a white trash superstar. And I hate to be the one to tell you, but he done fucked your mom. It's possible he fucked mine. Anyway, Housewives is trending. We talked about them quite enough. Thank you. Hashtag Greek is trending, which is interesting because you just got a text message from our favorite Greek.
My buddy George is seeing the group Madness tonight.
I've never heard of Madness, but maybe we will show some Madness.
You would know Madness. Our house in the middle of us, and that was one of their later songs. But they also did that. One step beyond. They were ska. They were one of the first ska bands out of England. The Madison Specials were kind of almost like 2 bands that you could not even tell apart.
Okay, so that's George, our pal George.
And George, yeah, George is at,
and he's with
Boston.
another one of your friends.
He's with Mark from Booksmith. He used to sell us import records back in the day when we couldn't get the good punk albums from the American releases. So they would import them, and then we would buy them there.
Educational and fun. Okay, we also have Florida Man.
Me.
Obviously, both of us housewives. We did that. Greek memes. Memes is trending. I don't know why, but I don't know if you guys have noticed, but we only publish original content. That's all we do is original content.
We just rehash stuff that we found and call it our own.
We have not done that. Some of the questions from like
it's already 10 o'clock. Do you know that?
Jeez Louise. Shit. Some of the questions, question of the day or whatever, sometimes we'll find them online, but for the most part, like we create everything from scratch. So if you share it, it helps us.
It's like a scratch kitchen.
If we can support you, we like to like and share and comment on stuff. We don't want to share on our own wall, but we will have you on the podcast. We will we'll tell everybody about you. Like that's kind of our thing, but we like to keep our brand on our page. It's kind of our deal, but we like to help people and we like to collaborate. So we'll figure something out together. Actually, when you come on the podcast, you get a promotional that day. You get
something. You get like a kit.
That day. And it's not really a kit, but it's like a welcome thing. You have like that's the only way you get on the podcast in terms of content. So we have a few other hashtags we're going to get through. We're going to have to just buzz through. So The Exorcist is trending. So the guy that did Haunting of Hull House, that was on Netflix. It was a really good horror series.
Okay.
About this house that they rented this house. They were remodeling this house, and the house ended up being haunted. And the mom died there, and the dad escaped with the kids, and nobody ever really knew what happened. Anyway, they're redoing The Exorcist. The guy that did that is. The View is trending, dude. I every time I'll see a clip, I will hate watch it. It is. These are the most vile.
No, it turns my stomach.
They are the most vile people you will encounter, except people that buzz through fucking residential neighborhoods going 90 miles an hour like a goddamn douchebag. But anyway, it's the show is terrible. The people are terrible. Why do you watch it? They're just so rude to people that come on their podcasts. Like,
that's not positive. They think they're positive.
We've had many, many guests on our show, and they've come from very different backgrounds, and we have always been respectful of them. They've always been respectful of us, even if we disagree about things. And we often disagree with people. We disagree with each other constantly.
With you right now.
Yeah. And I don't know if you guys have noticed, but through the course of the podcast, we've gotten better at communicating.
We have, yeah.
I think seeing yourself on camera.
Tracy puts it well. They're old mean girls. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, but I do like that girl that hosts that game show, though. What's her name?
Meredith Vieira?
No, the game show with the Jeopardy guys.
I have no idea.
The Bridge, or what is it called? The Ringer, or you know the one with
The Chase.
The Chase.
Yeah, but she's not on The View.
She's on The View.
She is?
Yeah.
Okay. Melania is trending. So apparently everybody's screaming, "Where's Melania?" outside of the Trump trial. Now, let's leave the fucking poor woman alone.
She suffered
whether
enough
you
already.
Agree with what's happening or not. Imagine if your husband had an affair with a prostitute, allegedly, while you were married, or had whatever it was with a prostitute while you were married,
Porn star.
or there's a rumor of it, or whatever the fuck it was. Don't you think that like, you know, they worked through it in their marriage? Did he bribe her? Did they go to couples counseling? Did they always have an open marriage? I don't know. It's none of my fucking business. But there's a child involved. Yeah, he's 18 years old, but that poor kid's been through fucking hell. And this poor woman, like, just get our old first lady's name out your mouth, or I will smack you. Just give her a fucking break. Like, I don't have anything, like, I can't find anything to say bad about the woman.
You know what I was thinking today? Like, who's fucking her? Like, it's because she's got to be getting some action wherever she is.
I don't know where she's getting action. Maybe she's not sexually interested. Maybe she has a massive vibrator. Maybe she fucks everybody in the White House. I don't know. It's none of my business. But I don't know why anybody could possibly have anything negative to say about her. What did she ever do to you?
She didn't do
Like,
anything.
you can hate Trump all
She
you
ripped
want.
out all those
And
roses in the White House that Jackie O put in there. That's kind of gauche. Like the Kennedy stuff's got to stay. Like painting the.
I don't know the whole story about the
painting the
roses,
plain
but I
light-
think the
light
fact
blue, you
the
gotta
fact
keep
that the fact that you're getting upset with the woman about roses just goes to show, like,
ceremonial.
just
No, I'm not.
Seriously.
What the hell?
and then of course Massachusetts is trending. I told you that one.
Mother Teresa. I think
Mother
so.
Teresa is trending. So apparently Trump,
She's still
outside of
dead.
his trial, says Mother Teresa couldn't get away with these, couldn't get a fair case or something. He compared himself to Mother Teresa, is long and short of it. Which, you know, of course, most people are like, you compared yourself to Mother Teresa? Like, really, you're comparing yourself? But at the same time, he's compared himself to God. But at the same time, the guy's a fucking character. But at the same time, not everybody liked Mother Teresa. She's up to be a saint. I guess.
I think she's already a saint. I
um,
think. I'm not
But
sure.
there's a lot of people that have issue with Mother Teresa. Her order that she belonged to was like investigated for child trafficking. Apparently, they were like taking in babies and selling them for profit, like to the richest buyer. And Mother Teresa was involved in. Mother Teresa was involved in. I guess the medical conditions were poor at the facilities in India with the charities she raised money through, and their finances weren't transparent, which is typically required for a nonprofit, and the facilities were deplorable. Like, they were reusing needles and stuff. Now I could see if they just didn't have the money to do it, but apparently,
yeah, I think it was Calcutta. I don't
was
think
the-
there's a lot of.
I understand that, but millions upon millions upon millions of dollars were donated, and so people question where the money went. So I'm saying that, like, given the fact that there are a lot of people who aren't big fans of Mother Teresa, maybe don't compare yourself to Mother Teresa. And then of course Jerry Seinfeld is trending. I don't know what I was. Oh, I know why. So he was on some interview recently. I never watched the whole thing. I did watch a portion of it, and I agreed with him what he said about comedy. But I learned something new about him. Apparently, when he was like up and coming, he was dating a 17-year-old who he would pick up from high
I
school.
kind of remember that. Yeah, I kind of remember that.
Seriously, we let the man have a TV show? Are
Oh,
you
what was her
kidding me?
name too? She had. It was kind of. Yeah. Now I totally forgot about that. Oh,
I did not
shit.
know of this. I never watched
Hang
the
on,
show, but
well, no. Well, it doesn't matter if you watch the show. I think it might have been even before the show. Oh, what the hell was her name?
wasn't that ladylike? Oh my God, today I get up to lean over to get out of the chair. I have a recliner, and I've pretty much sit on it 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, like all the time. And it's my spot. And so I go to get up, and the recliner doesn't want to close, and it's zero gravity. So I'm getting up, I drop my toothbrush, and then I let out a series of like 7 or 8 farts, noisy ones, not smelling, just noisy. It's like a little symphony of my own.
See,
And Doug laughed his fucking ass off.
I actually knew this. Shoshana Lowenstein.
I knew it was Shoshana.
Right, Shoshana. As a 17-year-old high school student, she met a 38-year-old Jerry Seinfeld in a public park.
Pedophile.
At that point, Seinfeld got her phone number, blah, blah, blah. They started dating.
Pedophile.
And early in their relationship, Spy Magazine referred to her as legal voter since she had turned 18 by then. They dated for approximately 4 years, from 93 to 97. Blah blah blah. She transferred to George Washington University. Anyway, that was like, it's a fast bugger.
Good job, buddy. Now he's behind the lamp. He was behind the deck box. Okay.
So anyway,
that's why hashtag I can fix him is trending.
no,
you
fixing
can't.
me, motherfucker.
No, you can't. No, you can't. We're gonna have another episode where we talk about red flags and choosing the appropriate partner, because it is the single most important decision you will ever make. People keep asking all the time, what's the number one cause of divorce? Picking the wrong partner.
Yeah, bitches.
You fucked up. It happens. We fucked up.
Do
you think we fucked up this time?
They ain't over yet.
We'll let you know. And then
keep talking about Melania.
Britney is trending. Apparently she has a new book.
Oh.
And her jewelry was stolen, and some people have talked about erratic behavior. I don't know what's going on. Leave the poor girl alone.
Even if it's not erratic behavior.
Dude, if I were Britney, I would just fucking disappear.
Oh, if I
I'd buy an island somewhere and live there.
I don't know. Like, do you really need to be in the public eye? I don't know. Maybe it's that addictive to be in the public eye when you're not in the public eye.
We hope to one day know. I don't know. Like, I just want to listen. I would love for the podcast to be a household name, and for us to tour with your album, and to be the Jelly Roll and Bunny XO of the old people, or the white trash people, which they would call themselves white trash. Like, I think it's a trending thing. Like,
no, I hear you.
That I would love to do that.
Yeah,
I would love to be a household name, but I wouldn't want to do it if it changed me. I wouldn't want to.
I would like the world.
I just want to be myself and help people.
Be able to experience your personality and enjoy on that. Like,
well, what was it? How many years ago was it? 5 years ago, I said I wanted to help 1 million people.
Yeah,
and that was up to, like, I don't know.
Well,
a couple
it's
thousand.
Countless. It's countless. Yeah,
a couple thousand maybe. I don't know what TV appearances and legislation stuff count for, but I want to help 1 million people. So the best way to do it is like this. So if I can make you laugh, I feel like I helped. If I give you Mona Lauren, I helped.
Thousands of people. I would love people to come to a show where I'm playing and know my songs and be able to sing along. That's sort of like the dream.
So last year, right when we started the podcast, we started manifesting that the podcast would be a household name, and Doug's record would go platinum.
Well,
I think I said 7 times. You'd be like Kid Rock.
7 times platinum.
7
well,
times.
Today,
platinum.
$3.95. That's as platinum as I can get.
But I gotta tell you, it's pretty fucking ballsy to put a song called "I'm Going Platinum" on your debut record, and you fucking did it.
I think it's pretty ballsy to put out a song called "Redneck Graceland," where you call Elvis a redneck, who is supposedly the king of rock and roll and revered by many.
Here's the thing: you don't need to brag. I'm here. When you brag about yourself, it looks desperate and sad.
No, I'm just saying that
when I brag about you,
it's kind of genius.
It is genius, but when you're doing that, you're bringing like this defensive energy to it. I know you're a genius. But I'm saying that for Kid Rock to put that on his debut album was ballsy. And I was saying that you're doing such great things with your record. Yes. I brag on you all the time. So you don't have to tell them how great you are, because I'm going to tell them. And it's more credible coming from me. It would be more credible coming from one of them, but
Tracy says, rumor has that Britney's husband and family killed her because of things not adding up about the post. Again, that's what I've heard and not what I believe. And Tracy says, my lyrics are great.
His lyrics are fantastic. Actually, I Googled Doug Gear today, and the lyrics to one of your songs came up. So I think a lot of people have probably been Googling it.
Oh,
it's really weird to have. So because Doug's name, Doug Gear, it's a really common name. So if I Google Doug Gear right now, it's a pretty common name because there's a sex offender in Massachusetts named Doug Gear.
There was a guy in Ohio
You come up as like the first 5. You come up as the first 5.
Look at that. It's a picture of me and everything.
So the first 5. 1, 2, 3,
nice.
4, 5 are you're the second picture. You were the first picture when I looked this morning.
Yeah.
And then Apple Music, Doug Gear Facebook, Doug Gear songs 1 through 10, Doug Gear songs 1 through 10. There he is, Doug Gear, rock and roll lyrics, Antenna Farm lyrics.
Antenna Farm lyrics are good. All right, well, it's late. It's 10:15. We started this to do an hour show, maybe once or twice a week. Now we're doing an hour show 5 nights a week, sometimes 6 when there's a holiday.
No, 2 hours.
And now we're doing a 2 hour and 14 minute as of right now show every goddamn
Okay, so what are y'all thankful for? Let's hear it.
If you're thankful, let us know.
Family.
Then it says, "Oh, you best believe I stared. I was pissed about it, and why didn't I have chocolate milk? And I even talked about it incessantly. I was 4. Kids love chocolate milk when they're 4.
I did not give my children chocolate milk. I wasn't big on giving them milk in general. Okay, so I am grateful for all the people that support the podcast. I can't even get to all the names. If you're watching you on Twitter, X, whatever
Whatever it
please
is.
follow, like, share, subscribe.
Yeah, I like it.
But also
Show your face.
join us on YouTube or Facebook.
It's a good time, folks.
You can be part of the community. You'll be a master hater before you know it, and we'll all be friends. And if you have a business
Friendship
or a
optional.
story you'd like to share, we're always looking for guests, but we are getting stricter about screening because we have a list right now of people that want to be on.
Yeah.
And then so I don't have any specific names, but Nick Williams, if you need a roof, call Roof Easy. Nick's a great guy. Tell him Nick sent you.
Easy.
Brandy London, of course, it's
Brandy
here.
came,
Matthew,
yeah.
Todd, Joanna was here. Oh, they're on the road. Please say hi to Sean and the boys.
They're going to Virginia, I believe.
Sean
Or
and
West
J
Virginia.
Rock and what's the keyboard player's name?
Dilby.
Dilby. He was quieter.
Yeah, he was quiet, but he's good.
Nice guy. Nice guy. Played with his butt and his feet. Courtney's here. Cindy's here. We love you guys. We love you guys. I think it was Ann here for a minute. I don't even know if she made it tonight.
I don't
I'm
think
mildly
she did.
concerned.
I don't think she did.
Platty, Hookah Bob, Nicole, Platty the pansexual polyamorous platypus, Nicole, hey girl.
Hey,
Brandy.
Cindy was here a couple times. She went
we
to
got
Joanne
Matthew,
Fabrics
yeah.
with us.
Cindy went in and out. She was like sex. And then of course we gave you a bunch of links. Thank you, Jen. From everybody, check out
Yeah.
Journey with Jen.
Yeah,
Faves.
Journey with Jen. Faves.
And of course, follow each other on the socials.
Yeah.
Everyone wants to be
Help
friends.
each other
Just do
out.
it. Trace, OG Lesby in his house. We love her. I don't even know who else there is. Who are we forgetting?
Matthew.
We got Matthew.
Okay, you got Matthew.
Yeah, you know what would be nice if we had like a podcast person. Oh, JoJo, of course.
Yeah.
We had a podcast person that just made a list for us. So we can just be like,
we can keep a
"Woo!"
tally.
And we put everybody's socials up.
My favorite part of the night, Tracy tells us that she's thankful for us both, thankful for the baked chicken with broccoli and baked potatoes she had for dinner. I'm thankful for Beck, thankful for Gracie growing, and I'm thankful for the week almost being over.
I need to understand what the cat situation is. Can you text me? I am grateful for the ice cream I'm about to
Oh, we're
eat.
going to eat that ice cream.
I'm grateful for the people that come and support the podcast. I'm grateful that we seem to be getting a little bit better at it, and I have been feeling a little bit better, although right now my legs. So yeah. And then I'm grateful for all of your support more than you can ever know. I'm grateful for all the things that you do and did today. I'm grateful I was kind of able to help you come out of that place before it became a place.
Grateful that I was able to get out of it, and thank you for your help with that. I was grateful that I cleaned the kitchen, and I'm grateful that I had.
I'm grateful you cleaned the kitchen.
Yeah.
Well, you felt good about it. You
I did,
accomplished it.
and it was better.
I'm always
Matthew
grateful
says,
for things I get done.
Damn, Kay.
Yeah.
I don't know what that is. I don't know who Kay is.
I don't know. But
I don't know, Matthew. Just context clues.
We want to know more about you, by the way.
Yeah, we do.
But anyway, we got to go to sleep.
Sorry,
You should go
typo
to
and
sleep.
drop.
That's okay.
He dropped his phone
It happens a lot.
or dropped something.
Doug dropped his phone on my foot right before he came
I
out the
did.
podcast.
Yeah.
The broken toe, by the way. That's nice. of
You
you.
didn't
Thank
mean
you.
it.
I know. It seems a lot better.
Yeah.
Yeah, it barely hurts anymore. But I used it a lot when I was trying to pick up shells.
Well,
That was
that's
probably
overuse.
stupid.
That was overuse.
That was probably stupid of me. In any case, we'll see you guys hopefully tomorrow. Love you.
Hopefully. What do you
Be
mean? hopefully?
safe. Well, assuming nobody
Oh,
dies.
safe travels. I don't know when Matthew's
Hookah
leaving for his trip, and I don't know
Matthew,
when Hookah Bob is, but-
Randy's still on the road. Safe travels for Randy. Prayers for everybody's health and happiness, wealthiness, and wiseness. And I hope everybody gets the sex they want tonight.
See ya.